but overpass, I think, is the exciting one.
The fact that train is last as well. This is like the dream map pool, I'd say, for Astralis. You've avoided all the maps you were struggling on back at Fisher, and now you've got the maps that we don't have much info on. Overpass and train. Even if Astralis don't win Inferno, I think they can close this out 2-1.
It's going to be pretty exciting then.
Yeah.
Let's get into this game, I think, and see how it plays out. The Fisher Grand Final rematch.
Yeah.
Here we go then, Adam.
At the World Cup, Henry. Here we go. TYLOO versus Astralis for the 3rd time this season. 2-0 right now for TYLOO. Astralis trying to get one on the board. They're going to be starting on the CT side of Inferno here. Stera and Yappy alongside Device, charging their way down mid.
Here we go then. Aggressive, it's confident, and the Julie is not known for that long-range capability. It will be Yappy going down first, courtesy of the danger man, Jam Young. Stare fighting back, and it's a 4-on-4, and in towards the B-bomb side we go. It's the man himself, Hooksy, left to defend the B-bomb side.
Yeah, just winning him behind the coffins. Oh my god. Damage done on towards him. He's down to 22 HP. An attacker leaping in. Oh my god, nice and clean from Hooksy. He's just going to peel away with that.
That's exactly what you want when you're the solo B player. Just get one, let them plant the bomb, set up the retake, and he's maintaining the man advantage. We'll see whether they can pull this one off. It's looking quite promising here. Low HP on 3 of these players for TYLOO. We'll see whether they can actually get some ground. They want to push it towards CT spawn. It's not feeling too comfortable right now. G will spot a couple towards the graveyard, and at this point, it has to be clean kills on these Glocks.
No, nice turn back here from Jam Young. Got to take Stown out. Hooksy also following to the double J combo. As Stare comes through, he is the only player, and he's taken out by Mercury. TYLOO let out a yell as they win the pistol.
They're right behind us. I could feel that one through my body. G lets out a war cry, and it is a very successful finish there, mowing them down from the coffin's position, and Astralis give it up. It was looking confident with the push down towards middle, losing a couple of players, so Hooksy gave them the man advantage, but it wasn't quite enough, I'm afraid. TYLOO, big advantage going into round number 2. You'd expect the force by an Inferno. Lots of tight choke points and comfortable fights for the Ts. And we're going to have the MP9s and the 5.7s. People are saying now, Dinko, the 5.7, pound for pound, the best gun after the MP9 nerf. What do you think about that?
I think it is incredibly powerful. I think we're seeing so many rounds won off the back of the 5.7. It's in a really strong state. And yeah, MP9 getting nerfed a little bit only increases the strength of the 5.7 in that department, and mixing them together hasn't worked out just yet here for Astralis, as Stara's gone down first, and Hooksy is on such low HP at the back of the site. Not going to be too much done here.
Yeah, this one looks like it's done, I'm afraid. I know I normally get a bit ahead of myself with that sort of statement, but this is nothing you can do. Hooksy does well to even find one. This force buy yields absolutely nothing, I'm afraid, as Down left on the other side of the map. Couldn't be further away if we tried, and with I don't want to give any spoilers away. Maybe a spoiler alert right now.
Right, cover your head. If you don't want to know what happened on the A stream, you have
I don't know why people get upset.
seconds.
It's not like we're giving you the ending of Harry Potter, but it's a live
What
sporting
happens at the end of that?
I actually don't know. Dumbledore dies, does he?
And, towards the end, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Towards the end.
Spoiler. Sorry if I spoiled Harry Potter for you. Go on.
3, 2, 1. Na'Vi are out. World champions from last year.
That's true, yeah.
Out in the first.
You do hate to see that.
Yeah, you really hate to see that.
Against 3D Max as well. 3D Max were a decent team, but it's certainly not a
back home for Na'Vi. Straight away. Book
they
the
join Dumbledore in the grave.
Yeah.
You hate to see it.
Na'Vi and Dumbledore. Same level right now.
Oh, man. Well, to be fair, it sounded pretty well there to get, what, 2 kills towards the end? It was looking
better than Na'Vi.
Yeah, and Na'Vi had gone in the first bloody round of the tournament.
3D Max, dude.
Yeah. That's rough.
That's how rough the single elimination
is. This is such an important tournament. A massive prize pool, and the VRS is on it. Everyone's talking about right now. Going in the first round, it's a real rough one.
Na'Vi at number 5 in the Valve rank. I'm sure that'll take a little bit of a dip after this, but
yeah, losing to a team like that, that's going to be pretty massive, actually.
Oof, indeed.
Okay, well, full eco, I'm afraid, for Astralis fans across the world. PT50s, Deagle for Device. Deva would have to do something unbelievably good to stand a chance here. They have stacked the correct bomb site at the very least. 4 players here. 5 for TYLOO. Not too much required from the execution. Standard smokes, the Molotovs going in. And even if you have read this well, you have stacked the correct area, you don't have the firepower to really do much about it. The Molotovs are sublime, the flashbangs are perfect, and things are coming through left and right. There's team kills as well. It's getting messy, but they'll stick the landing as Device is the last player remaining. He's bottom of middle. G seems to be in a prime position to find him. Not the cleanest, but we'll take it. And there it is. It's going to be a 3-0 start for TYLOO.
Yeah, bottom of banana. Device taken out. And TYLOO now getting into the gun rounds up against Astralis. I mean, this is what I was saying just before this. I mean, that game where they won with Joe King standing in as the coach on Inferno, where they beat Astralis 13-6, that was off the back of a really strong start. Even the coach was fragging out. So I feel like if TYLOO are a team that are just so good when momentum's on their side, that if they get a strong T side like they're setting themselves up for right now, this is where this becomes a very difficult map for Astralis. It comes down to this gun round. You've got the AWP out for Device straight away. You've got rifles out around it. And they've got to start posting some rounds on the board and making it competitive straight away here.
That would be nice. Device 0-3 right now, but throughout his career, Inferno's definitely been a staple of some of his biggest performances. We'll see whether he can find some impact here in the first gun round. Number 4. So far, so good. Slow and steady from TYLOO. Coordinate themselves towards the top and middle, though. It's a very defensive setup. And a nice Molotov. It's down. So I was about to say avoiding. Oh, he's going to burn out. Oh my God, he took way too much damage there. Was not worth. Not sure why he took so long to deploy the smoke. Cost him over half his health. Down to 28.
4-man lean over towards A bomb site right now for Astralis. And probably start to realize they have to drift HooXi back over to B now. He's going to go through Speedway silently, but in limbo about whether he should commit to that or not. When Device is hungry for information, he's going to start pushing through the long side of the brackets, allowing the rifle of HooXi to move forward into the fight. He's involved in a duel against G. Attacker goes down, and now the reaction should be to hit this B bomb site.
Well, Stan's done well there, considering he was such low health. He's now down to 1 point.
25 seconds.
Oh, they've actually let them in towards the B bomb site.
Yeah, 20 seconds. Smokes up in CT. Molotov holding them back right now. TYLOO have a few seconds to get into this, and because of the rotation being so fast, Stare and HooXi able to double up. So they fall to just 2 players here, and that Molly coming in, denying the plant on the coffin spot.
Nice
Device
shot.
will peel away Mercury. They can't even get the plant, and G at least goes down before the time. But Astralis able to delay over towards B long enough so that they're able to get the rotation over.
Yeah, absolutely true there. Really nice round there, considering it was getting very uncomfortable for the likes of Stown. He repositions, gets the opening kill, forces him in towards B, and even with a pretty much open bomb site there, finding kills through the smoke and shutting them down, denying the plant. It's a very clean round here from Astralis in the end. Stare, as you mentioned, has had a fantastic return to form, being a rookie just a couple of years ago, and now being one of the absolute stars of this team, consistent as you like, managing to deliver in the important games. And as mentioned, EWC, this brutal format, high pressure scenario throughout the tournament. The first game, you play 1 best-of-3, and then you're sent packing, just like Na'Vi, just like Game of Legion.
Rough.
And you don't want to be like Game of Legion, where you don't really get going at all. You don't even have a map where it's competitive.
At least the Na'Vi game right down to the final rounds of regulation, all 3 maps, but right now Astralis in the bin. We'll see if they can step up with his AWP in the site. Device under a lot of pressure because his teammate's going down, but Yabby, the protector of the pit, combines with Device, and it's all Jam Young. We talk about him and how much of a star he is. He gets an extra kill on that Tech-9 before being brought down by HooXi on the side of the smoke.
Well, there we have it. A big change of pace there, much faster, going through their opening maneuvers. Molotov down towards the cubby, smoking off Arch. But this time, all the players up towards the quad side. It was looking promising with the opening kill, but then Device managing to get it done from the bomb site itself. And it's going to have to be the full eco now. TYLOO can't really bring anything to the table. There's a last-second deagle for Mozia. Couple of flashes here, so it's going to be one of those rounds you assume they'll try and bleed out CT utility. Try and get a bomb plant down. That's the most you could possibly hope for, I would say, at this stage. No one's without a helmet on the Astralis side, so it should be quite a simple procedure here. A walk in the park, if you like.
Yeah, it should be a leisurely stroll. Tight game, 3-3, and I think Astralis have done exactly what we were asking of them, right, which is as soon as the guns have come out, they've tied up the scoreline, and they've stopped that early momentum that looked like was building for TYLOO. I mean, we had Jam Young, who was like 6-0 with one of the team kill. Brought him down to 5, but he was off to the races. You had everything you really wanted going for you if you're TYLOO. Gun round's not breaking through for them. Saving for the next. Astralis want to keep this one clean.
Well, as mentioned, try and force out the smokes, the incendiaries. Every dollar counts in Counter-Strike. So sure, you're probably not going to get much further than 1 kill, but Take a few $1,000s away and util. Stare, defensive game. There's no real reason for him to be by himself. It's quite risky. You can see the rotations coming over right now. It's going to be Device joining him. Got those couple of flashes, remember. They're both gone now. That's the last of them. The missed shot does give them at least something.
Boulevard is out. Unarmored opponents combined with Stone. It's going to be a big old lineup. So Device mows them down, upgrades into the Deagle. And the scoreline is tied up 3 apiece.
Well, that's what you want to see. We want a close and exciting game here. A rematch of the Fisher Playground Grand Final. It was 3-1 in favor of TYLOO. The opening map of Inferno went in favor of Astralis. So let's see. They're starting to find their form. Everyone turning up so far on the server. Looks like a default round here. Smoke towards the top. And Yabi patrolling that boiler room. Mounts up silently, this Mercury. And full banana control granted towards Stare and Co. Popping open the smoke and trying to reclaim that territory. Going well so far, but Devices towards B with the AWP. They're feeling like it might be a B finish here. Hooksy might just be dropping off some util. Got an Incendiary and a flash he could offer up. Here's a smoke down towards top and middle, and 5 players will be jumping at the opportunity to gain some basic control of the map. 1 player towards the apartment. It looks like we'll be finishing up towards A. Massive grenade. Takes attack down to 39.
Here comes the pop out of the balcony. And the dive down into the pit. Yabi's going to wait in behind it. Forced into the open, but he's got plenty of help from his teammates. And Yabi's looking so clean. Down winning inside of the site. Eventually overrun by G, who has to set them up for a clutch alone. This will be a 4K.
Can the perfect man deliver the goods? That's a great shot. Go for the penultimate. That's no problem, but the final kill is where he fumbles. It's going to be Astralis continuing with their winning ways. A great effort, though. That shot towards Device was a thing of beauty.
Dude, I really was believing after that third one. Gee, damn close to it. That could have been the turning point for TYLOO on this T side, finally giving themselves a gun round win. Yabi's been so good in the pit, just reliable. 1 or 2 kills pretty much every time you're asking it from him. He's got plenty of support from the bomb site as well. That A setup seems to be working very well for Astralis right now.
It's a real nice crossfire. The trifecta of doom waiting for you. Yeah. As soon as you take contact at one point, another one swivels out, takes you down, and Yabi especially, yeah, really sharp with the aim. Difficult to flush him out, and it's going to have to be the partial buy. That's 4 in a row for Astralis, so the economy, a real problem now, as TYLOO with the half buy. Round number 8. Going to be a very difficult challenge for them. They have got a lot of util, though, I will say that. Plenty of smokes, flashes, molotovs, trying to avoid the bombardment of grenades. You can see there's a cache of them towards B, and it's going to be Stare given the responsibility to try and hold them off as long as he possibly can by himself. As mentioned before, a risky maneuver. All it takes is a couple of missed shots and a Tech-9 drive-by, and you can find yourself in hot water. Trying to suggest there's more than just one player here. Multiple incendiaries chucked down.
They just burst through the smoke. They go on it, and we've got Stare in dark. He's got the distraction of his teammates set up, and so a double, no problem here for Stare. He goes to the Joel Berettas. He's keeping it clean. Let's see how much more he can get. The answer to that is nothing. But already done all the heavy lifting, and we've got Mosaic hoping to get a bomb plant. He secured that in the fountain, but can he win the clutch?
Well, Stare went above and beyond there, didn't he? 3 kills, and with Mosaic on just 47 points of health, no util, it's almost no chance he win this. But it is a 2 versus 1. It would take a bit of a blunder from Astralis at this stage. They've got the kits, they've got no util, but they're
not
2-on-1
advantage from Mosaic either.
Okay.
And just can't connect the shots in the Tech-9. So, you know, TYLOO getting quite a number of kills, getting into bomb plant situations, but just unable to get it over the line and get a gun round win here. So 5 rounds in a row now for Astralis. They are really in control of Inferno at the moment. Scary stuff for TYLOO because this is their map pick. This is the map that has been so reliable for TYLOO. Up next, Overpass, and we know Astralis traditionally, a number of these players have done their best work on the map, you know, in the particular device.
Well, there we have it. 5 in a row. Tactical timeout. A chance to catch your breath, work out why this is spiraling out of control. Attacker 1 and 8, Mozia 1 and 7. The team unraveling at the seams so far after a 3-0 start. Haven't really been close to a round apart from G's heroic efforts towards that A bomb site. The first tactical timeout has been deployed. Everyone on Astralis is looking good. To be fair, they're looking at cohesive units, good rotations, a lot of faith put in towards Stair, holding that B bomb site by himself, alleviates a lot of pressure across the map. Oh, 3-man setup this time, changing things up completely.
Here's the boost up on top, and Device picks him off. Sees Jamyoung go through the smoke. Device confident enough to try and fight him, but Jamyoung has taken Stair out of the equation. So 4v4 after the initial banana fights go down.
Well, they'll take it. Took a lot of damage en route, Attacker and Jamyoung low. And I've commentated a lot of Jamyoung and Inferno. This is one of the maps he doesn't really pop off on because he's given that banana roll to actually like, try and get up there. Normally gets blown up by grenades. So it's one of the few maps he might not be the star player on, but time will tell.
Well, he's 10 and 5 though. He's got the AWP in his hands. Mercury and Stalin blow for blow. Yabby having to retreat back into the bomb site. He's been so good for Pit. Hooksy trying to get over to the library, but silenced by Attacker, who decides to smoke off the archway.
Okay, first man advantage they've had in some time.
Oh, now coming back over is Jamyoung through bottom of middle. He'll join his 2 remaining teammates at the top of mid. They've got 50 seconds still on the clock. But look who it is. It's Yabby in Pit. And I've said it every single time. He's been so good, so reliable from this position. And there he goes again. Clean on the first. Attacker going down. Jamyoung to topple. He knows exactly where Mercury is. He's not going to allow him to get into the site because Yabby is on the shutdown.
Okay, he is looking like he's in God mode right now. That Pit position has been completely locked down. Yabby with another 3-piece, managing to deny the plant as well. The first man advantage they've had in some time, Dinko, and he completely destroys him once again. Jamyoung did well to get that banana control. That man advantage was looking so promising. That's when Hooksy made one of the first mistakes we've seen from Astralis so far. Swings out of library, gets nothing for it, but Yabby completely shuts them down. Wow. They're all in. No bomb plant. Means there'll be a compromised buy to say at the very least, and now a compromised setup in general. Hooksy from way downtown sprays down Attacker. Early casualty taken. 6 rounds in a row against them.
A lot of damage done to Jamyoung. This is what you were just saying in the last round, right? Like, you have that really unforgiving position of just going out through banana all the time, eating all the shrapnel, eating everything, really. Down to 18 HP. There's not much of a round left for him.
That's pretty much what you see. Every time they play Inferno, he'll just start off each and every round with 20 points of health. That's why he can't really ever get going on it. But like you said, he's up to 10. Not like he's having a bad performance by any stretch of the imagination. But that's a beautiful flash. Stair's about to say, get the hell out of there. Be happy with you, my friend.
Dink.
The USP gets the dink, but the damage is well and truly done. Hooksy just needs 1 to guarantee the round.
Oh, dude, Star has become so reliable for Astralis on the CT side. We're just seeing him put in more and more important roles. Doubled up with Hooksy here on the B bomb site.
Oh, the flash.
And it's just perfect. Yabby's flash comes in. Bomb plant denied. No mercy to TYLOO right now. Astralis in full control. They want to make sure that it's 3rd time lucky. They want to make sure that this 3rd time playing TYLOO this season, they destroy them. And right now, they're in a great position to do so. Get Joking in. Get him to sit down. Attacker, move. Time. Get the hell away.
Yeah, this is brutal. Looking like they're much stronger unit right now. They were 0-3 down, but now 7-3 up. Astralis with the reverse sweep. Tech9s once again, no bomb plants at him. They are struggling here.
Yeah, really are. It's been 3 rounds to start and then 7 in a row from Astralis.
So this is their map pick as well. Bear in mind, it's the unknown quantities coming up next. We've got Overpass and Train. They did not play those at Fisher.
I've got to feel good about Astralis' chances in Overpass.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's going to be a map that, as soon as it was introduced to the pool, that Device is going to be saying, you know, let's start practicing that. Let's put that, make that part of our pool.
He was actually the master. It was like, it plays to his strengths perfectly.
Yeah.
It's slow, it's methodical, it relies on AWPers getting opening
You can
picks.
dissect them.
Yeah, it's perfect map of Device. Can't wait to see what he brings to the table. Trying to close things out as well. And I was about to say, Yabby should be able to get a few kills here. Yeah, should have stayed in safety of the pit, and now the Tech9 swarming and finding success. That's the round for TYLOO.
Well, that's the end of the 7-round streak for Astralis. And it all happens on Tech9's overrunning the A bomb site. Yabby just caught in a bit of an awkward position, overcommitted in the open.
Hello.
It's a good nade from Stout. He's going to try and keep things a little heavy inside of the site.
Might as well go for it, Adam. The last round next anyway.
Yep, true. Got some money in the bank. See how much damage you could do to these TYLOO players.
You're not going to save anything. There's no AKs to recover, so you might as well give it a go.
Hang around for exits at least here. That's what they're going for. Astralis looking to inflict as much damage, maybe steal away that AWP on the retreat, and it will be picked up again. But might not be able to get away because look who's waiting for them. Hooksy, really well played. A lot of damage.
The fact they save nothing is actually pretty impressive. Yeah. They can still buy the AWP, but it certainly limits their options, right?
Yeah, it like takes away the extra utility options.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's actually very worthwhile. They weren't ever going to win it, but it's last round next anyway. Their money was absolutely fine, so that's actually quite important and makes things all that much more complicated going forward. But nice work. We saw this approach in the early stages of the game, getting up towards quad, 4 players, trying to barrage their way through. This time it works out. As you mentioned, though, Yabby got out the pit. Just stay in the pit.
Yeah, just stay in there. That's your spot, buddy.
Yeah.
Is that a Mongols jersey underneath Showking's shirt right now? Is he's ready? It's like, if we go out, we support Mongols.
Mongols should look very good today.
Yeah.
Although I'm not sure if it's Gamer Legion looking bad.
Bit of both.
Bit of both.
Bit of both, absolutely. Well, that side of the bracket becomes a little bit more interesting now because I thought it was going to be Na'Vi, not going to lie, going into that next game, but it is in fact 3D Max versus the Mongols in that quarterfinal. Then the quarterfinal that awaits this side of the bracket is Vitality Liquid. Plays the winner of TYLOO Astralis.
Has Vitality Liquid started yet?
No, that starts in 10 minutes.
That's going to be a good game. Bear in mind, at Blast Bouncy, they had them in overtime twice. Sure, it was 2-0 for Vitality, but Liquid had them on the ropes.
But they would not wager the extra $100.
They would not. That's true. Can't risk a single euro here in the VRS system.
Here goes Hooksy all the way down into Banana. He'll pin himself just at the barrel. So a great strong position here for Astralis early on the CT side, taken by Hooksy. It's going to be more of a focus because of that into his top mid here from TYLOO. So Flash is being sent in from Jamyoung. They're not slowing down. The Device gets his AWP out just in time. Oh my god, good flash into the peak from Library, and it's done. That's the round.
Well handled, and it looks like we're done here. 8-4 will be a score in the first half. Then go. Can Jamyoung do anything about it?
Well, he's got himself one pick, but taking way too much damage on board. He's flanked by Hooksy, and the Giga Chad is the man to close. So Astralis have come in looking focused versus TYLOO here on the opening map of EWC. 8-4 in the lead for the Danes. Welcome back to the Esports World Cup 2025 live from Riyadh. We have got the third match between Astralis and TYLOO this season. Currently looking like it's going to be a different story as Astralis look to take Inferno, the opening map of the series. It was a 3-0 start from TYLOO. They won one round after that, Henry. It's been a one-way street. It's all coming up the Danes.
Double Julies over TYLOO here. Oh, actually triple Julies. I tell a lie. You don't see that too often.
6 guns,
Holy.
3 players.
That's
a lot.
Actually, kind of a lot. Yeah, we'll see whether it's enough. It's going to be Hooksy and Co. You see the way they bounce that decoy? It's to check if anyone's behind half wall because you hit the sound cue.
Free info,
them.
Yeah. Well, $50, basically free.
So instead of this face checking it, you can actually get the early intel and make the TT uncomfortable. Just a nice little detail for you there. We'll see if it works out for them to go in towards B.
Smoke's a little bit late, so Mazzet's going to have to deal with him. Just charging it. He's blind but he's still got a kill. That somehow worked out for him. Yabi instead, though, taking the other 2 defenders. And we have now got Astralis diving down into the B bomb site and TYLOO setting up for a retake. Now, the issue is here, they've got 1 flash and no kit. So getting back into the bomb site for a retake attempt for a round win is not going to be happening here, Henry.
Or the 2 for 1. You can either boost here, which gives up the fact you've got 2 players there, or you just kind of do the bait and switch.
Well, let's see. Do they need anything? I don't think Astralis need to really make a move right now. It's on to the retake attempt from TYLOO. Now, 1 for 1 is certainly going to favor Astralis in this situation, and Stare will, in fact, double up from the back of the new box. So G left 1v3. It is a 9-4 scoreline for Astralis as they come out on top. A pistol round victory to kick off the second half after such a strong showing in the first. It really does feel like it's all coming up Astralis right now.
Yeah, it's nice and simple there. Getting basic banana control, confirming there's no CT presence at the top. 1 smoke in, couple of flashes over. Didn't even find the initial kill, and still found both defenders quickly after. Hooksy sent in first, as he normally does, thrown into the Lion's Den. A lot of crossfire shouting going on.
A lot of noise in that game.
They are making a lot more noise than our players. We've got to step up.
Yeah.
TYLOO, when they won the pistol in the first half, they were shouting, but ever since then, it's been quite a somber affair. We get into the force buy, though. 5-7s across the board.
5-5-7s.
Yeah, you don't actually see that too often. The MP9 is falling off. The UMP, the 5-7, taking its place.
Dude, the UMP, we've seen it make an appearance across multiple games today at EWC.
The shotguns will probably make a bit of a comeback as well.
Mag 7, we've seen that earlier today, didn't we?
Yeah, true. The double kill.
A little bit more variety. The spice of life.
Oh, that grenade's going to hurt. Jam Young might even take him down. Oof, not quite. Down to 17 points of health.
He's down to 17. I mean, he's having the same story, T and CT side. I think we called him out, what was he, 10-5 at the point we called out his stat line. He's now 11-10, so been a very quiet performance from Jam Young here.
He did have a good start, admittedly, but they won the pistol, and then he mobbed on some eco kills. That's why I was saying, it's a good performance, but we haven't seen anything that impactful since.
I think he had 6 kills before he went into the gun round.
Yeah.
So
yeah, like, it's always Inferno, and he's just star player, and when he's not sure what Overpass has in store for us, it's so unknown. It's such a gamble, and Astralis, they've played a blinder in terms of the veto here. I don't think they could have got a better veto. This is the map. They took them down on the grand final, the opening map, and then 2 maps we're not really sure what TYLOO can bring to the table.
Yeah, the veto really did change the series here. Astralis, especially with a performance like this on Inferno, it makes it even better for them.
Oh, this is awkward. Device might go down here, but it probably doesn't matter if Hooksy mobs up a couple, but Mercury also finds a double himself. Lots of damage inflicted. Oh my God, they're getting caught with their pants down here. It's actually the man advantage all of a sudden, and it's all falling apart. Blink and you miss it. It's Hooksy left in the 3 versus 1. They're all so incredibly low, but it does not matter. TYLOO bounced back with a force buy victory out of nowhere.
Right, that's a huge round to win. If you lose this, if you force buy, you don't pick it up, well, then you're in a situation where it's pretty much down and out for TYLOO. But the fact that they've won that may have just given them enough of a life raft to stay in this. Start building something in this second half. I mean, we heard G joking about it ahead of this game. It's like, if you get through Astralis, if you get through either of these teams, you got to go into a game very likely against Vitality in the next one. And G was saying, they asked him, how far do you think you're going? He goes, 1 game, because I'm always going to wreck us.
I mean, accurate.
Yeah, it is fair enough. That's where he's at. Might not be 1 game. Device has the AK ready to go around the half wall. It's going to be Mazzer going down in an opening frag here for Device. And Astralis close to a second, but he is going to be taken down by Jam Young's Mac 10.
Come on, Jam Young, what have you got for us? Good smoke. Buys them 15 seconds or so. The respite. They managed to recover the Device AK-47 now in the hands of Stare. All bullets being exchanged, and Stair taking the brunt of it, down to 41 points of health. Will give the AK over to Stow now. Round not over, but now a lot more uncomfortable for Astralis. Couldn't pounce on the opportunity with the opening frag. And in terms of util, they've got a couple of smokes and one flash. Hoping for a CT mistake here, but they hold their ground. Double setup towards the quad position. 50 seconds remaining. 3 players here, top of middle. Top of quad is attack up. You feel like he's almost certain to get one. G will beat him to the punch, and that's probably all she wrote. I say that. It's Stair and Stown stepping up, and now they get information where Mercury is as well. Man advantage, snatched away. Smoke down towards Moto is looking very good. Trying to find one for the smoke, but Mercury takes a boatload of damage, down to 50 through that smoke. Oh, they're saving. It's already over.
Bailing out, so the force buy, well, they're not really able to make the most of it. They win the force buy in the last round, immediately lose the follow-up, and the potential momentum to build off that second round victory has fallen by the wayside here for TYLOO.
And you're saving a Mac 10 on the CT side.
Yeah, at least get the 1 M4, but double figures for Astralis already reached here on Inferno.
And they have 3 player survivor rifles as well. Oh dear. TYLOO, that was their lifeline back into it. Another challenging round, tactical timeout, presumably required going forward. Lose this one, feels like the map will be over as Device would open things up. The Mac 10 actually did some work, fended them off as long as they could. Look at this setup was going to be unstoppable. It was the perfect stance to take down this Astralis roster, but couldn't find the shots. And now they find themselves in a very uncomfortable situation. There's the aforementioned timeout. Joe King will have to chime in here. Piece together what they can. The Mac 10 will stay in the hands of Jam Young. I'd say give him one of the rifles. You got, as you said, one of the best riflers in the world right now. You don't really want him operating on a Mac 10. I know that's just not how it goes down. You normally say whatever you save, that's what you keep. But I'm the in-game leader. I'm the coach. I'm saying let's get this guy a rifle. Give Mosier the Mac 10. Give Attacker the Mac 10. But either way, that will not be the case.
Yeah, if you're in desperate need of something special here to reignite your chances back into the game, you would think Jam Young is the player to do that. Well, let's see if anybody else can step up. Jam Young is going to be the supportive element with flashes ready to go around that corner for Mazeo. All right, Banana not contested by TYLOO. Astralis will have all of that space to play with, and they will soon confirm that with the flashes going around the corner. But that smoke comes in just at the perfect time.
Yeah, it's a good retake smoke. Lands on top of the half wall, takes away a lot of vision. Normally followed up by the incendiary. But Astralis don't fancy it. Smoking off towards Arch themselves.
All right, so walking into 3 players, there's a very slow rotation for TYLOO available because both B players are committed to the back of the bomb site. And with G being locked out of arches, it really is just 2 players left to defend the entire attack in towards this A site. It's going to be rough. What a play out. It's going to be 1 from the library. Attacker to follow up, so it's all Mercury. Low HP in the bomb site. And he's got Attacker from Pit, but he's only got an MP9. So Mercury needs to do quite a bit of the heavy lifting here with limited health, and he only manages 1. The Attacker trying to buy time to allow that rotation, and it has come in quite swiftly through the library. Astralis are down to 2 very low HP players trying to get back into the site. Hooksy forced into the open, fire burning at his feet. Attacker with 1 from the pit, and Jam Young with that Mac 10 he saved over is the final kill.
Tantalizingly close there. It looked like TYLOO were going to crumble. And that was presumably the game as well. They would have nothing left in the bank, but they managed to hold on. How they stay alive in the pit for so long, I will never know. But G, coming out of the library smoke, manages to ruffle some feathers there, made things uncomfortable, and the shots didn't land for Astralis. The bomb does get planted, and we'll see how their finances are looking going forward. But this is TYLOO back into the game. The war of attrition is officially on. 4 spy wars ahead of us, and we've got the Deagles, the Tech 9s, 3 rifles, looking to find their 11th round, our Astralis. All for G.
And here goes Hooksy. Straight up towards half wall. And he gets spotted and then peered over the top of that smoke is Jam Young. So Hooksy gone, opening kill for TYLOO. The response for Astralis is to take the apartments. They've got 2 players at the end of the hallway. It's Device and Yabi combining together, and that bomb is now arriving from bottom middle towards top mid. But no commitment out of the balcony with that smoke coming in from the CT side. It's G's turn with the AWP, and he'll play in towards short. About to catch Device, ready to run that corner.
This is looking very promising for TYLOO. Nice little setup.
Oh my god.
And one of the things shut down here. There's Stair. G should better get this kill, no problem. That should secure things here. Attack up on towards that balcony. The grenade will find him. And Stair goes down. So crisis averted there.
TYLOO seem back. They seem back.
Yeah.
You know, they've broken the money. That was the hard part, right? Is getting to a point where you win enough gun rounds to actually break the money, force Astralis into an eco. They've done that. So Astralis is going to be around $2,500 average, maybe an upgraded pistol here and there, but there should be an 8th round for TYLOO, and then it's 2 rounds the difference. All of a sudden. Felt like it was over.
Anything but here. Hooksy found by Jam Young. Stair with beautiful shots. That Tech 9 working out for him quite nicely, but yeah, you're right. It has to be the eco now, and the eco it shall be. Glocks, no armor, just a single flash. In we go. No messing around. Hooksy, he loves throwing himself in first. You've got to commend him for that. Always happy to be the end of the fishing rod. That's a quick one.
A flawless round as well. Kept up all 5 players. Can build the money. I mean, that's another important detail, right? You don't lose players in a round like this. If you're on the comeback, you really want to have as much money available on the CT side as possible to keep these consistent buy rounds coming out, getting the AWP into G's hands, getting the rifles out on everybody. And look at that. Money is swelling for TYLOO. So this comeback is truly on. And Astralis, they're not in a great position. Look at this. Device can't get an AWP out. Not exactly the biggest problem on the T side of Inferno, but we're looking at 2 Khalils having to come in to play here for Astralis just so they can get extra utility. So this is starting to shape up very nicely now for TYLOO all of a sudden.
Certainly is. The game is officially back on.
It's Jam Young again. Like, these kills, sure, against Glocks, unarmored Glocks, but it's some confidence at least. He went quiet for a significant period of time, but he's had some really impactful moments in the CT side now towards Banana. He's currently 19 and 10. And if there is a world in which TYLOO beat Astralis again, it's always based on Jam Young's performances. They've lost the smoke, it looks like. A piece of utility's gone under that truck. Jam Young laughing about it at least.
Still going to be a very difficult round here for the Danes. Had a commanding lead. It's slipping away now. The money's strong. G with the aggressive angle in towards the apartments. No one looking at the challenge just yet. Incendiary over. Mosier will be flushed out of position, so presumably they can get some control up Banana here. Flashbang at the top. Jam Young sets himself up. Oh, this HG can be brutal as well. And it is. Hooksy cashes in his pocket.
Oh. A shot from G, attacker being called into action. He's going to start dropping back out of the balcony. And Stair's going to have a little bit of a look towards B. Zaya spotted, transitioning from dark out to the pillar. Stair can't really move forward due to that utility. Smoke's going to slow him down. Look at this from Jam Young. It's a wild maneuver, and it has not worked out. And oh god, it's real bad there from TYLOO. That B hold is shockingly bad, and that has allowed Astralis into it, no problem.
Oh dear, oh dear.
That smoke didn't matter in the end, I guess. Like, they just kind of messed up on that B-ball side, Henry.
Didn't really work out at all. Yeah, Jam Young, 19 and 11, and unfortunately couldn't connect the dots there. It's a very important round, especially with 5 players surviving for Astralis as well. That brings their finances back to life, one step closer to taking their opponent's map pick.
Certainly a bold maneuver from Jam Young to run straight into them, but I mean, it's a little bit unfortunate because he does have the mechanics to back up that kind of play. But it's the fact he gets caught by the flash as he's moving forward as well. Just looks a little silly. Let's see, Mosier not getting anything done. He's had a rough game individually. 6 kills for him. Just couldn't connect anything, even with a distraction.
Needed that.
All right, Astralis back to winning ways then.
Yeah, maintaining a decent lead. Taking Inferno off TYLOO would be massive. With Overpass and Train up next. No maps they're known to be strong at. You can see they were just... That was a team flash as well.
Yeah, it was a whole big fumble on that B side.
They flashed themselves before he swung. Yeah, that's rough.
Shockingly bad, really. Timeout taken. Seem a little bit rattled here, TYLOO. This is our last opportunity. Lose this. Still have a bye, obviously, but Astralis will be up to 12-8. There's an opportunity, too, because Astralis came into that with 2 Khalils, remember. Now they've upgraded. Everybody has a premium rifle. Yeah, very low fragging game from Attacker and Mazea right now. It's
yeah, it's a good point.
You have to point that out for sure.
Well, getting to the dying stages of the first map of our best of 3 single elimination 16-team bracket here at the Esports World Cup. Already had some heartbreak with Na'Vi exiting the tournament early, courtesy of 3D Max, who said goodbye to Game Legion as well. No room for errors in this sort of brutal format. You have to deliver the goods. Still in the game. Still some breathing room, and Jam Young keeps them in it. Opening frag on towards Step, popping open that smoke. It gives them a 5-on-4 advantage.
Well, there goes Jam Young. Going to be taken out by Hooksy. Yeah, great shot. Important to open that up. So at least a 4v4 taking here for the T side. That gives Astralis quite a bit of an advantage with over a minute left. CT side has to weaken at B, sending a 3rd player over to try and help out on the A side of things.
Well. Stown brings them back into contention. It's G. We haven't said his name a ton. 12 and 15 right now. We'll see whether he can keep them alive and well. At this point, it's a 4 versus 3. 1 round away from map point on their opponent's pick here. Smoke down towards CT spawn. And there's no one home at him. There's no one here at the bomb site.
Not a single person here, and it's such an important round too. All right, you better get a move on. If you got to go for this, right? You got to make the rotate very quickly to get back into this. It's a 3v4 retake opportunity. But, or do you just save?
I think you just have to. There's literally
so
no
far
way
away from it, yeah. You would have had to make the decision to retake immediately, and it seems like they're like half in, half out.
Okay, they have got enough money, I suppose.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's surely you got the money. It's a 3v4. You're at this point of the game. You're about to give map point to Astralis in your map pick. But it seemed like they weren't really decisive on it. And you've now cost yourself crucial seconds. We'll see if that ends up costing him here. TYLOO ready to go into it. Utility towards the back of the site. It will take Hooksy out. Down is low, but a lineup from Yabby, and that's it. That sends them packing on this round. It is going to be a 12th round for Astralis. Map point collected here on Inferno. TYLOO's map pick looks like it's going to go against them. And a half in, half out decision to go for the retake attempt ends up not working out.
It's not a huge deal, I suppose. The money was very strong either way, but you're dead on. Like, need to be more decisive.
Even more reason to go for it.
Yeah.
Right?
Looked like they were saving. Went for a pretty much unwinnable retake there, and you can see Yabby picking up 2 freebies from CD Spawn. They just don't have the time to go through the motions of retaking correctly. Nice double HE. That was a nice start. You started to believe for a second there, but as soon as that comes through, it's all over. You know, I'm going to see map point found. 4 in a row required from TYLOO. Certainly possible. Difficult, sure, but not outside the realms of possibility. Fast around though. Stown leading the way up towards Arch we go, taking heavy damage en route.
Stown bringing them downtown. He goes straight up towards top mid. And he's going to back away. Just taking that space, applying that pressure early with that smoke up. Astralis have got the brackets control they're looking for, and Hooksy looking to be a bit of a threat. Gets himself into the long smoke, just behind that cubby. Smoke fading away.
Mercury.
And need to be careful here. G's gone out for a re-peek.
Hooksy!
All right, buddy, that might be it. Attacker. Well, quiet game he's had. Needs to go loud here on device. That's the bomb waiting top mid. Could spell problems here for Astralis as the bomb goes loose. Yabby now out of the balcony, and he does take Attacker down. So Hooksy into the site, Yabby with him, and the bomb's now being picked up as well by Ster.
What do you do here, Mosier? I'm not sure. You got a Molotov right outside your front door there. He actually runs through it and takes 50 damage.
All right, wants to get a move on here. It doesn't really look like they're going to have much haste off the back of that. Could have waited just a second, but Jam Young and Mazea trying to get back into this one. They've got some utility, 2 flashes and a molly to put into that bomb site. But this is it for TYLOO. Their map pick about to go the way of Astralis. It's going to be Stair to take the headshot and Yabi to close it out. Astralis with a 13-8 victory over TYLOO. They've played them twice already this season. And on the third time of asking, it looks like they might just be in pole position to get their first win.
Great team effort as well. Overall, it is, I think everyone was firing on all cylinders. Yabi, sure, he carried them in the first stages of the first half, but it's still considered an underdog team in the grand scheme of things, considering it's a new roster with Hooksy coming back in. They would have been drilling this map and making sure it's well within their wheelhouse, and I just feel like they're going to make light work of TYLOO here, considering what we saw on the server as well.
What does TYLOO have to do if they want to even out the series?
Start fragging. They need all 5 players to turn up. You can't have 2 players MIA not contributing. That's not going to be enough. G needs to go toe-to-toe with Device. Will it be enough? Time will tell. Adam, take us into the action.
All right, here we go. Esports World Cup, second game of the day here on the B stream. TYLOO on the brink of collapse and elimination versus Astralis. Astralis have got 1 win on Overpass so far on its short return, and it was against the Chinese team in Rare Adam back at Blast Bounty 2025. So they beat them 13-6 on the map. So Astralis feeling pretty good about this one. Looking to add another Chinese squad to that collection. Set up in the bathrooms. Mercury's not alone. He's got Jewel Berettas and he's got his teammate in Attacker.
8 pistols again. Jewel leads down on 3. Nozier, G, and Mercury. And it's slow and steady so far. Stair challenging the USP in towards the bathroom. All those Julies don't look pretty for G. They don't look pretty at all. Getting nothing done, taking heavy damage on route. Oh, still needs a reload. Yabi will find him, and now the A-bomb side is wide open. Smoke down towards the dumpster. Oh, the flash was fantastic, but still somehow Mercury comes out on top. And Attacker keeps the dream alive here as well. This round is not done yet.
No, not done yet. It's a bit of a scrappy pistol, in fact, over towards the truck. It's going to be Device trying with that P250, a little bit of range to knock the head off of Attacker. Bomb is down, but there's still 45 seconds left to stay composed in this one if you're Astralis. Attackers give it a couple of looks towards Device, but not able to connect any of the P250 opportunities just yet. So a moment to breathe and reset. Go quiet on the server. Allow Device to wrap around long and attack. Oh my god, from a different side. But Attacker just lands one right between the eyes at range. Device's journey meets an unexpected end. And Stown now caught in a crossfire. It does not look like he's going to be able to do too much here. Jamyoung is low. He's not giving him much of an opportunity at all, and the Attacker does very well to stay alive. He gets 3 kills in this round.
Well, there we go. It was looking so good for Astralis there, but it all falls apart. A couple of blind kills coming through, and Attacker at range with that USP seals the deal. 2 versus 1. Stown can't deliver the goods, and no bomb planted either. So that's actually a little bit problematic here for Astralis. And a map like Overpass, as I mentioned in the pregame, is like the biggest map we have in Counter-Strike. You probably won't be force buying with the Tech 9s. You're probably going to wait until you get the AK down in the third. So this could be a bit of a gimme going forward.
The only real option with that is to hit the B-bomb side,
exactly.
Right? So, you know, I will see what the Astralis decide to do. Now, we did mention...
They've gone for it.
They've actually gone for it. Okay, well, let's see what they decide to do then with this. They've got 1 player outside of B. 3 going up towards the middle to try and fight down into Con. Mercury getting split. Eventually too much to handle, but the UNP goes in and it comes out with 2. So TYLOO handled the business. Astralis down to 2 pistols and 2 players. Very unlikely to see them get too much done here. Hooksy heading back into the water. Mentioned Astralis' run here on Overpass. They played it twice. They lost to Vitality in their opening opportunity of playing Overpass. They beat Rare Adam in the Blast Bounty. TYLOO have played it twice, and hold your breath for just a second here because Hooksy has got himself a kill on the Tech 9 towards B. Device now sort of lurching out of long. 55 seconds on the clock, and he gets brought down, so nothing to be said here for Hooksy. TYLOO have played them out twice as well, but they've lost it twice. They lost the Complexity in VP, and they lost 13-5 to VP. They lost 13-11 to Complexity back at IM Cologne.
Well, TYLOO will have the 3-0 starter almost certainly with this force buy. Not doing a whole lot for the Danes, just Hooksy remaining. No bomb found. 30 seconds on the clock. Feels like a foregone conclusion. He would need a double kill on towards A, and at this sort of range, this is not going to happen. Gives him his position. Drops out of smoke, but literally 0 chance of being able to win this one, unfortunately. And there we have it. Jamyoung will close things out. The start they were looking for. 3-0 pretty much guaranteed at this stage. Pistol felt like it was a done deal for Astralis, but couldn't find the bomb plant. Things getting complicated now. T-side start, not what they were looking for. TYLOO a chance to build up the coffers, get themselves a nice reservoir of cash, And it's the UMP managing to get that double kill towards the connector that really managed to seal the deal there. As Jam Young closing things out against Hooksy. And there we have it. Glocks and a couple of Deagles.
Here goes UMP. To the Yabby, taking 2. And nice and clean from Mozia.
Okay.
He mows them down. That's 4 just quick kills as they melted his hand to make sure that it's not the ace. And it's going to be a 3-0 start here for TYLOO. Now, that doesn't mean a whole lot, Henry. We watched that on Inferno, and we watched it immediately die as soon as the guns came out for Astralis. For TYLOO's sake, better hope it's a very different story this time around.
Yeah, let's hope so. Overpass the pick of Astralis. If you're just joining us, wondering what the Esports World Cup is all about, it's a 16-team bracket, single elimination, lose 1, best of 3, you are done. Na'Vi with a tragic loss to 3D Max, latest team to be removed. And on the A stream, we currently have Vitality taking on Liquid as well. An anticipated matchup considering it's a rematch from Blast Bounty, where, sure, it was 2-0 in favor of Vitality, but Liquid had them in overtime in both maps there. Doesn't look like they've had the best starts over there. Liquid, that is, but we'll see if they can bounce back. And the same story for Astralis here, as they're now 3-0 down. First gun round here, but you can see it's a bit of a bonus situation for TYLOO. They've got themselves a UMP, FAMAS in the mix, and a nice little push towards shore. Actually leads Device to his first kill.
Jam Young, quick pick away, Stare to topple. Here's Attacker's turn, holding on to B, or at least trying to, but Hooksy just come through and shredded him. Astralis given the player advantage, but they've taken quite a bit of damage on board. Hooksy and Yabby both very, very low.
Oh, this is feeling uncomfortable at range with that FAMAS. Almost finds Hooksy, he's down to 4 points of health. 35 seconds remaining. Got a smoke, a couple of them in fact. One will be deployed towards Heaven. Trying to wait for that reaction to come through. There it is, the HE. They've actually got all 3 CT members on this side of the map. Will it be enough? Hooksy will go down for 3. Can they trade?
And Device down. Go to take 2 back, just leaving it on Jam Young. The one-man army, they run in towards him, and he got 2 headshots. Can you believe he comes close to that? Device finally putting him in the ground, but Jam Young, there's always a chance.
Luckily, Device is known to be a safe pair of hands historically. He gets the first 2 rifle kills there as well. If Device misses that shot, it's going to be the hat trick. Jam Young, a scary prospect there towards the end. Open runway there for Astralis, it almost falls apart. And it's the first round on the board. We go 3-1. But bear in mind, like I said, that's the bonus round for TYLOO. They entered with an SMG and the FAMAS. And it's a very compromised buy. Galil's, MAC-10. Set piece really required. A pounce approach being deployed. It's Yabby, tip of the spear. Spots a couple of players here. Can he get the double? He certainly can. One more to find. It's going to be Mozia. Manages to keep the dream alive, at least for now.
There comes Device. Back in Mercury. And he actually hits that shot. It's not enough damage to bring him down. So 3v3 off the back of that. Somehow, some way, TYLOO even on numbers.
Yeah, and now all the AKs, the AWPs are gone. It's down to these SMGs. Mercury is very low, given that.
Minute on the clock. You got Stown having a look around the middle. Having a peer to see that the bathrooms seem empty, but he's just been smoked out. Rattled a couple of bullets through it. He's actually going to drag his 2 teammates up through the connector to join him. Stare alongside of him. And Hooksy wielding the sniper. G, the only A player. Going to miss the shot. Flash comes in. And he senses a lot of presence. You can see how active, how busy the TYLOO players are, and they rotate over here. G's done very well. Takes the sting out of Stare, goes back onto Stown. It's Hooksy with the AWP. A 1v3 clutch for Hooksy. Can he pull it off? 13 seconds left. Mosaic with some great repositioning onto the truck, and Hooksy is now pulled into the open. He should be taken down by the bank player, and that is exactly what happens here. Mercury locks him up, and it's a 4-1 lead here for TYLOO.
Double kill on entry there for Yabi, and it's still not enough. Managing to keep at least one player alive on that B bomb side, slowing them down, doing considerable damage. They lose the AK-47s, and the round falls apart there. That missed shot from Device might come back to haunt them. This is a flying start from TYLOO. And G delivering the goods here, hitting the shots that really matter. And it was Hooksy left in the 3 versus 1, AWP in hand, not known to be an AWPer, as he will not be finding that plan. It's going to be another eco here, I believe. So 2,500 on average per player. Tactical timeouts as we enter round number 6. Some unfortunate scenes here for Astralis. Pistol felt like it was theirs. Previous round as well, felt like it was a done deal until G arrived on that A-bomb side. Very difficult to flush those AWPers out, especially when you have a lack of utility, and it is going to be the eco here. Not really much brought to the table at all. No Kevlar. Couple of Deagles once again. There's always a chance, but not a very good one here with no real utility to back it up.
That's a good shot for Hooksy. That's going to be Mercury going down, and G, missed shot. He's going to retreat back around the toilets. Good dink onto G. He's under a lot of pressure, and Hooksy eventually overruns him. With that poison chalice to the weapon on the floor, costs Hooksy his life. And here comes the rotation. It's Jam Young to try and put it. Oh my God, how? He's just in an outline, a complete outline of his opponent. You really never see that from Jam Young.
I said there's always a chance, but that was red carpet laid down.
Look how low the player was in front of him too. Like, that's almost more difficult to do.
Yeah, that was rough from Jam Young. That was ugly.
Yeah, well, in the end, it's attacker hanging on to his weapon. Astralis, some pace and simplistic style of plays. They charge up towards A, and it's worked out very well for them. So second round on the T side. Hasn't been the greatest start here from Astralis, but maybe this can be the turning point. Yeah, that's a bit... I think Jam Young is going to be very frustrated about that. He's flipping his mouse around.
Well, that's not the round you expected them to win. That was P250s, Deagles, no Kev, no util. And they have 4 players survive, and they leave the round with 4 rifles and an AWP.
If you're TYLOO, you don't really want to be letting those kind of rounds slip.
That's the definition of a freebie.
Well, might just recover the money situation here for Astralis early on as well. There's the Hooksy opener. Man, we have been talking about Hooksy getting better individually with this Astralis roster than we remember his times in G2, right? But these are the kind of rounds that you just didn't get all that often out of Hooksy.
Always being thrown in first. And right now in this series, he is delivering each and every time. A double Deagle opening sequence sends TYLOO spiraling. They'll take a tactical timeout themselves here. 4-2, the game's back on. Astralis with a lifeline there. And they have the AWP. They have the 4 safe rifles. That money is swelling.
Look at the TYLOO buy, though. You know, you've got MP9s, UMPs, a scout. Not looking pretty here for the Chinese squad.
Okay. Oh, it is rough, isn't it? It's not great at all. Lose this one, you might not get many more. Faster approaching towards B, focusing their efforts towards short. Device going for that opening pick with the AWP. Molotov down on both sides of the coin. MP9 not connecting. There's a dink. Trying to pop up in that smoke, but no initial kills just yet. Considerable damage for both Astralis and TYLOO. Device that has found a position towards short that AWP. Jam Young with the MP9. 6 kills to his name so far. Device gives up his position. And a bit of a round reset required here. Their excursion towards B has not worked out. Okay, this round is on. 2 players very low. Stair and Yabi need to be extremely careful here.
As Mercury getting cleared out in the bathrooms yet again. Another opening kill here from Hooksy. 35 seconds left, such limited time, and look at that bomb. It is barreling back through the playground all the way to B, and the only player here that can really do anything about it is Attacker, and he's committed into the monster tunnel. That's where the bomb's coming, though. If he can drop the bomb with 20 seconds on the clock, and likely to be less by the time he gets in that fight. It's a real difficult round now for Astralis, who have to try and recover the bomb. So sprint back, get that bomb, and is there enough time to get to the site?
I don't think there is. It's going to be very
God.
tight.
And even then, if there is, you know, G's here, and he can try and stop this, but he doesn't put the scope up on the bomb site. And just with a second left, they get that plant secured.
Oh, couldn't have been closer. There was 1 second to spare there. The round should be secure. G, a dead man as Hooksy takes care of business, and it's going to be Jam Young. A sigh of relief there. You were dead on. As soon as that bomb comes in from T-Spawn, high alert there. Could have been an absolute disaster. 1 second in it saves the day.
That's a crazy situation. Another round just about won here by Astralis. 3 rounds on the T side, starting to build something. All right, TYLOO's money still in a tough spot. They threw everything they had into this.
Well, Stairs should go down here. Jam Young has got at least that kill.
I get Stown too, but Device is posted up now. Stown shouldn't really.
They're hoping he goes to the rifle.
Yeah, bounces against the wall. No favorable bounce for Jam Young. He can actually grab Hooksy. So an extra kill there. He'll save only the MP9 and.
Well, that was their force buy. Yeah. So surely
Eco next.
A smoother round is ahead.
Yeah, you would imagine so, but it's worrying signs for TYLOO because now it allows Astralis to start to close this gap really early on here on overpass.
This is the opening kill. So this is where things start to go wrong for them, but crisis averted. Hooksy found that kill on G. And yeah, USPs at an MP9 should be absolutely fine to tie things up at 4-4. We did say coming into this game, this is the dream veto scenario for Astralis. We know they can take them down on Inferno, which they've converted upon. Overpass, historically for the organization, a staple of their map pool, especially for the likes of Device. I'm sure they've been grinding this one. A team that's trying to reclaim their former glory. You want to be focusing on these lesser played maps, new in the pool, catch people before they get established on it.
I mean, this is going to be a long-term vision as well for Astralis. They want to keep overpass as a staple of the pool, you would imagine.
Shouldn't be anything to be said here.
Shouldn't be, Henry, but they're about to walk into a stack.
I appreciate Astralis have won an eco, but they had Deagles, P250s there.
If there is something to happen, it would happen here, because there's all 5 players for TYLOO on this side of the map where Astralis are attacking. Still unlikely, and now impossible. Hooksy,
nice.
I love it.
That's a good spray down.
Go farm, Hooksy. 11 and 7, the carry of Astralis.
Yeah, can't ask much more than that. MP9 removes, just G remaining.
What have you made of the day here at Esports World Cup, Henry? There's been a lot of Counter-Strike action. What have you made of everything so far?
Mongols look good.
Yeah.
Gamer Legion, I feel like they might be considering lineup changes after this one, I would say.
I think so.
I feel like it's got to that time again. It's just like, well, this is not working out. Like, the AWP discussion is a big one, and you can see...
You don't get time in the VRS system.
No, and I feel like because he's had a few tournaments now, and we said it, we had a podcast a few weeks ago, and we said, like, he looks average. We're being generous, he's looking average, and this one he looked pretty poor. And I know it's just one game, but
yeah, I think on that
these are the high-pressure situations. If you're not delivering, then you're not one of those prodigies. You're not the next big thing, and that's what you don't have that much time to kind of build up into the top-tier CS at this level.
Yeah, especially with this system and how quickly, you know, a couple of bad tournaments can affect your ranking.
Could you tell, spoiler alert, could we look into the Liquid Vitality game?
Yes, absolutely. I'll tell you right now. It's currently...
Close your ear. Take your headphones off.
3, 2, 1. It is 9-5. It was a 9-3 half for Vitality. Team Liquid have come back and won 2 rounds to kick off the second half on Mirage.
Interesting. You can see Astralis trying to drop that Molotov on top of the bridge that denies the CT smoke towards Monster. Didn't quite catch it.
Oh, good wall bang. Felt more deadly than it really was.
Yeah, about 12 damage, but I'll take it.
Sounded good.
Re-smoking now. Goes all the way back towards Monster.
Oh, it goes all the way to the train tracks.
It's supposed to, but...
it kind of does. Like, it leaks down a little bit.
Yeah, maybe it's some sort of, like...
No, absolutely.
Big brain, one way.
Yeah, for the train.
Oh, the double smoked as
oh,
well.
dude, the
this
smokes
is
from
a nightmare.
TYLOO in this round.
Wake up, lads. You just wasted 3 smokes. And there's a minute left in the round. That's
well,
all
2
your
smokes.
Gone.
One of them's all right.
Yeah, okay, fair. One was fine.
But that's not good. I mean, it's coming down to this B hold. Astralis going in for the B finish. You've got 40 seconds on the clock by the time they start to think about moving forward as that smoke fades away. And could have had a second smoke, Henry. Could have had a second smoke.
Really would have helped out right now.
Yeah.
It'd be the perfect time to deploy it.
Yeah.
30 seconds on the clock.
Well, maybe a flash will do instead. There it is. Right into the peak. And nope, not effective enough. It did blind Hooksy, but it's there unaffected. Attacker to topple. Here goes Hooksy charging down into the site. Mazea removes Hooksy in response. So a 4v4 with 15 seconds. Astralis running the clock once again, and it's a little bit messy this time. 10 seconds. You better start thinking about getting that bomb planted right now. And there goes Stair, but it could be denied. It's so close.
Way.
But Yabi rips him off the top. Mazea now getting close. Not enough done on that second kill. Absolute chaos inside of the B bomb site as Mercury is left in a 1v2 wrapping around the pillar.
It's not pretty, but they'll take it. It looks like Astralis have done enough here. He's lost track of both remaining players. He's assuming they're towards short, but they've actually taken over the water area. And that's a huge, huge round on the T side here. It was messy from both teams, it has to be said. But TYLOO fumbling a couple of smokes there, had nothing left. Had they had that extra smoke, they could have locked down the monster tunnel and actually presumably won the round.
Yeah, I got to say, it's not looking like TYLOO's A game today. Maybe not even their B game. Inferno had a number of individuals missing. Now you're seeing just not very good team play or communication on the CT side at the moment. Rather disjointed for the side of TYLOO. And once again, it's another round where it's just an upgraded pistol here and there, an SMG. But we're looking at Astralis very likely to take 6 rounds. Chaos in the connector though. Here we go. This is more like it. Mozia able to get 2 inside of Khan and an AK-47 picked up.
That's a nice little pounce. You hear those Molotovs coming, you know they'll be juggling grenades around. Swing and run with those 5.7s. They've got the man advantage, recovering a couple of rifles as well. Oh, Yabi though. Prime position, can't get the double. Mozia continues to frag here. That's 3 kills in the round for him and still has 73 points of health. Man advantage maintained. 1 minute 10 left on the clock. This would be a huge bounce back if they can win this. This is with Eco as well. Look at G and Jamyang with no Kevlar. Mozia taking matters into his own hands and running with it. Device, one of the old masters of overpass. Oh, spots ahead of G. Double scopes in.
Wants a little bit more.
Click. Oh my god.
Dude, you would be mental to take that shot, wouldn't you?
Now.
Yeah, spotted. Device sends the Molotov back to the bank. Here goes G. Actually peeked out. He got the tag. Yep. Absolutely got that tag. Another one, possibly onto Stown, but unable to connect it. Stown's having a quiet game here. Would be a great time for him to step up. But at the time, and look at this, around the back. Jamyang with a headshot. He didn't even think about long, and Device now retreating away. That was a round that had SMGs, pistols, and a scout, Henry. And TYLOO have come out on top. Not great from Astralis. Really should be a round victory for them, but well, at least they've got the foundation of 5 rounds built up on the T side already. You're expecting them to do their better work on the CT side of things, but not really being able to capitalize on fully on the weaknesses of TYLOO today.
Certainly not, but a bit of a miracle from Mozia. The 5.7.
It's the most powerful little gun.
Oh, absolutely. The snapping turtle.
Those things terrify me.
Just turtles in general?
Yeah.
Have you ever been in contact with one?
I've seen them, but like I watched the videos of like these people do, it's the type of fishing, I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but they put their hands into like mud piles inside the river and pull out the fish, right? But people like put them in a snapping turtle, bite your hand off.
Yeah, I think it'd take a finger off, for sure. Well, the 5.7 removed a few heads in the previous round, and G will take care of Device. 5-on-4. They are coming to life here. They've had a rough old series, TYLOO. Inferno really wasn't the one. But as time goes on, they found a couple of lifelines. Gee, this is a absolutely mental maneuver. The AWP walking through the smoke, just hoping no one's there. What was the best case scenario?
He hits the no-scope.
I guess so. Yeah. That was it. It's like, whoa.
I'm going to go for the 2% play.
Got the info here, boys.
Well, maybe
definitely middle.
His teammates need to pick up the scraps now, so Mozia...
That was just a bad play. I'm sorry.
That was, absolutely. Mozia, oh my god, his teammate gone now. Jamyoung's out of there. Astralis, it's very easy for them at this point.
Hang on.
Mozia has to save them again. Mozia to be the Messiah. Waiting in the corner, Stair to step in towards him, and immediately taken out. So, yeah, that's it. That's the 6th round for Astralis. I'm right there with you, Henry. I don't really get what G's doing that.
Had so many options. You've got the AWP, you could fall back towards long, hold the A bomb site and actually have a chance, but you took that absolute gamble and just hoping that your best case scenario, no one's there, and you've got some intel.
Yeah, lived life on the edge. Attacker's sprinting his way long, but he just has such a great amount of ground to cover up. No kit on his back either, so just a little exit being set up here going into the last round of the half. Looking to hold on to an AK-47. Astralis are going to take the lead here. Whether or not they're going to finish the half of the lead is yet to be seen. Gotta say, seeing the prices of Hooksy right now, 15-9. That was another 3K round from him.
Okay, Attacker should be able to get this one, but good awareness from Stown.
Don't want to lose the AK here, Attacker. Your teammates really need the money.
Oh yeah, true, but I think he is. So, guaranteed at least 6 rounds on the board. Now the Counter-Strike boys are getting loud. At least I hope that was us.
No, that was
Crossfire still? Okay.
Yeah, we ain't making any noise.
All right, fair enough. Crossfire with fire in the belly.
We're too cool to make noise, Henry,
I guess
to
that's
show
a good
emotion.
Point. Yeah, that was the play when it all fell apart. G going for that smoke. And a very convincing round, and it could be a disastrous finish here for TYLOO. The money should be in disarray. See how much they've got. What's it looking like? Oh, maybe we're in no. I get no HUD. So 5.7s, MP9s, UMPs, they got it all. But it's very fast-paced here. Stair looking to mow them down. Not the best approach. Gets himself in a bit of bother here. It's Jamyoung making the round possible. Gets himself a few kills. A double as the bomb is planted. Where is Device? Hooksy needs some backup right here, right now. Doesn't get it, but the plant comes through. 2 versus 1. Device can maybe consider they won't have a kid in this scenario, but the bomb now smoked off. Good kill. Up against a Mercury AK.
Yeah, slipping it out to the right side. Device going to be going down. Mercury to take him. And an important clutch one right at the end here for TYLOO. Wasn't the greatest CT half from them, but 6 rounds, all things considered, is not too bad. It's certainly something they can work with. I think Astralis are going to leave this half slightly frustrated. They didn't capitalize on all of their opportunities. But we've got a tight game here on the second map of Astralis versus TYLOO here at EWC. Welcome back to the Esports World Cup live from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. We've got TYLOO taking on Astralis. Second map here. I was expecting a much more one-sided affair, to be honest. It didn't look like TYLOO had a great first half either, Henry, but 6-6, I think they'll take it. Tight game going into the pistol.
Well, they won the pistol in the first half, and it has to be said it was a little bit ropey from both teams, but overall, I'm quite happy with that. 6-6. We've got a competitive game, and it will be TYLOO now. And what historically used to be the more difficult side, and with the new CT economy, we'll see if that trend continues. It is going to be Device with first contact towards middle, but they're actually capitalizing the fact there's a player towards connector and making their way quickly in towards A. Massive advantage for TYLOO. It's a guaranteed bomb plant. HooXi rotating in for the bank, and Stown missing out on the long-range head shoulder dualies.
There we go. HooXi back in inside of the bank. He's got Yabby with him. Everyone, in fact, coming along for the party. All just a bunch of bankers ready to get going into the fight. Mosaic waiting. Here comes the peak. It's 1-for-1 as Yabby able to make some trades. And we've got Stown waiting. Finally starts to activate on that flying through the toilets. It's going to be coming out a little bit later. Here's G. Okay, that double headshot might just end it all. It's combined with Mercury. Device would need something special. We know he can do it on USPs. Device on the hunt after Jamyoung, but the time is gone. It's all about some style points, and Jamyoung makes sure the Device gets no further.
Decent attempt there from Device, but the round was already over. Jamyoung did want the glory, just wanted the round secured. Makes his way out of there, and it was that open A bomb site that eludes Device and co. this particular round. Both pistols in the bag now for TYLOO. Begs the question if we see the force buy in the second. Oh, G completely shut it down with that double kill.
Yeah, he's happy about that. I think we forgive him after his ult play earlier through the smoke.
Yes.
That recovers it.
It's
all right,
the force.
Bye back here from Astralis. They're going to have a scout for HooXi. D-Goals 5-7, MP9 for the rest of the squad here. Can't lose this if you're TYLOO. This is where we're expecting Astralis to do some of their best work, is on the CT side once you get that AWP in Device's hands. Right, it's great, obviously, seeing HooXi have a good map here, but Stown's 3-9. Yabby's 9-10, Device 9-8. It's not the player you want at the top of the charts. Here's Device. Around the back, great read from attacker. Spidey senses were tingling as he turns to catch Device. And an opening kill for TYLOO with just under 1 minute left on the clock.
Doesn't look good for Astralis right now. Time is their greatest ally. Need to rot the clock as much as possible. Nice smoke down towards Monster will do just that, but still just enough to wait for that to dissipate. Nice shot from Yabby.
Okay, yeah.
Clean.
Maybe there's more. Yabby waiting. He's ready to pounce, ready to strike as they go right in towards him. It's going to be an opportunity, but Yabby misses the bullets.
You might want to save now. Oh, hang on.
Okay,
hang on.
Another kill here. Better weapon on the ground. Flash available, and Star's going to send it up into the sky.
Yeah, so looks like they might call this one off. You won't be winning the round, but still going to explore their options towards Monster.
Oh my God, okay, Star's got a double. Now it's all on Jamyoung with a P250. A P250, limited time, and it's clean. What? Okay, Jamyoung, P250 is all you need when you get headshots like that, and a follow-up kill to close it. Frustration for Star because they know how close they were to that, but the final boss in Jamyoung steps up for TYLOO.
Just that P250, and he absolutely decimates them with it. What a beautiful shot there on the penultimate kill. One tap on towards Device. They were so close yet so far. It's the opening frag with TYLOO, but Yabby suddenly made things uncomfortable. And then the flank coming in from Step. Gets himself 3 kills in total,
Boom.
but Jamyoung steals it all away, and that's the eco for Astralis coming up next.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, Jamyoung going to be very happy about his performance there. And yeah, Astralis set to the doldrums. Look at them. The Eagles, P250s. Once again, TYLOO suddenly getting an opportunity to get into the series here. Well, like this one at 2-0 all over it, Henry.
They managed to win this before. The Deagles and P250s. Astralis can be dastardly with these particular weapons. Is it going to be enough, though? TYLOO would have to play themselves somewhat. Well, Yabby's got himself a promising position. And there it is. Can't get the double, but at least makes things possible.
was his Deagle kill in the last round that made things exciting. But it's down to get traded out. He's not having a great game here at all. Not really getting anything going on overpass. .45 seconds on the clock here. Hooksy over towards B is the last hope, and it's not going to happen for him. This P250, maybe you get one kill from it. The trade should come in, and not even that. So 2 from Mercury. It's a 4K overall for him in the round. And TYLOO really in the game now. We'll get into Astralis buy round soon here. But the question is, does Device have enough for an AWP? I didn't actually quite catch it.
Well, time will tell. Fortunately, you don't have to wait too long to get your answer, but that was the full eco. Yabby, the only one really being able to do any damage there. All-hander from TYLOO overall. Everyone seems to be contributing at this stage as well.
Yeah, which is a very different story to Inferno. He does, in fact, have the AWP. So
not a single helmet out there. Now, that is significant against the 2 Galils out on the field as well. So, looking for their first round on the CT side. Device heading towards long for now. Galils for Mosier and G. And no one towards B whatsoever. So a 5-man play, a set piece. Device presumably flashed off the angle, and there it is. Four players making their way up towards long. Another flash being deployed as they swing in towards the bathrooms here. No one home. Plenty of time in the clock. Kind of do have to finish towards A. You're starting to have thoughts creep into your mind of whether the backstab's coming in from T-spawn, connector. Need to operate very quickly here.
Oh, Device. Oh, Device. He's so quick, at least he gets away with it, but can he get a second? Really needs this off to strike. There's the rifle coming in. Stairs saving his backside. Down, holding his sight down. It's just one. Device again, chiming in, and G left alone inside of A. A 1v3 required from G.
Be careful, Yabby. No need to push that smoke. You've got a 3 versus 1 here.
Remember, no head armor for any of these Astralis players. There's a point you brought up earlier, Henry. He's got the Galil in this clutch. Yabby on the stairway, Hooksy down below him. Can G get the instant headshot on the Galil?
10 seconds, though.
Yeah, that's the problem. He has to think about the plan right now, and he can't get the kill against Yabby. It is going to be a big round from that Device AWP, backed up by Stair and Stound's rifles.
Yeah, some vintage Device there. Close range, high-octane Counter-Strike, nailing all the shots. Good synergy with Stair as well, as they managed to get their first round on the board here on the CT side. TYLOO is a bit of a Hail Mary round. Like we said, they didn't send anyone towards B at the start. You don't see that too often. 4 players up towards long, 1 patrolling middle, and it does not work out for them. Device delivers the good. The mustache is back. Didn't notice that.
Yeah, it's back. He's got the mustache going.
Okay.
From the last event in Bounty.
Yeah, but he shaved it off there too. That was the
He's got
big
some
talking
great
point on the analyst
testosterone.
desk. Yeah. Oh, triple grenade?
Bang, bang, bang.
Does 8 damage.
Oh, taking the time. Nice and slow here from TYLOO.
It's an important round. This is the full investment here, and you can see not a great one. Galil's in a Tech 9 for attacker. Haven't got much map control, making their way through connector now. Trying to dissect the middle area, but his Device is playground, and he is enjoying himself out there. Rolling back the years, as it were. Towards B we go.
It's going to be Hooksy hanging out here just beside the monster pillar. 38 seconds left in the clock. Utility about to rain on in. Hooksy blinded by the flash. Starts unleashing those bullets a little bit too early. And Yabby caught it monster. So TYLOO overrun the B bomb site defenders. And we have got to look at Astralis attempting either a save or a retake here. And right now, that's a safe call. You can't do anything about this.
Oh, bit of a fumble there. The flashbang, the spot on. As you said, Hooksy dumping the mag way too early. It gives him his position. His teammates fall apart, and it is going to be the save here. 2 players hoping to survive the round to be Stare and Device. 4 players survive with TYLOO as well. That's just what they needed. They entered with 2 Galils and a Tech 9. They leave with an M4 in the hands of Mercury and Jamyoung. Double digits. TYLOO strike first. Train last map if required. Getting closer to that. Couple more for map points for TYLOO. Looking pretty strong here in the second half. Both pistols to their name. And now most of the gun rounds here in the second. Only 1 picked up for Astralis so far. Stown is the one that's struggling the most. Yabi suddenly had his moments with the Desert Eagle. Stare has been consistent. Device has had some good moments with the AWP as well on the CT side, but see whether they can actually string a buy together. It looks like they can. So saving those 2 weapons was a necessity. It's a tactical timeout. Need to hold on though, TYLOO.
Yeah, I need a white knuckle grip into this game. I know the CT side's still open for Astralis, but this does feel like one of the last opportunities to really get it rolling. It's not an Astralis that are going to be able to win this map now based on this situation by sporadic round wins. They need to grab some control and get the ball rolling on the CT side and put round after round on the board. TYLOO might just be able to limp through overpass here. You know, you did say it was an unknown quantity. We've only seen these 2 teams play it twice. TYLOO haven't had the greatest results, but that was all the way back in Cologne. Astralis played it more recently, online against Rare Adams, so hard to really know what to take from that. So absolutely an unknown quantity. And we hypothesized that Astralis would be the better squad, but they've shown some real weaknesses on it. Stown not showing any level of comfort at the moment.
Big round here. Astralis give this one up. They can pretty much guaranteed to have map points. Money is broken. Only getting a buy together, courtesy of those 2 saved weapons. The Device Orb needs to deliver here. This is the trademark position. It's going to be an A finish as well. Once again, no one towards B whatsoever. Thankfully, Astralis have not pushed. They have not hunted for information. Stare very committed towards long. Flashbang goes over.
Yeah, right by the flash. The flash has been great here from TYLOO.
Device misses the shot as well.
Yeah, not exactly what you want to see. Device going down at range. It's all over here for Astralis in this round and likely the map at this point. It is 11-7. TYLOO grabbing full control, and this CT side has shown no stopping power. It needed to show it immediately, and Astralis' overpass has been lackluster to say the least. Train around the corner. It feels like we're going to have to go there.
Yeah, absolutely. The only option remaining is to save these 2 M4s. 11-7. Money is going to be absolutely broken. Might need another tactical timeout here as 5 players survive. And you're dead on. The flashes from TYLOO have been spectacular, creating very advantageous duels. Stare could get nothing done there, completely blind. Device misses the shot on the follow-up, and Jamyoung dominates with the AK-47.
Yeah, it's back-to-back rounds won by a very cheap piece of utility. You know, that last round, Hooksy gives away his position. They force him to shoot early. This round, obviously, it's Stare out long. I'm not sure what happened there. If they got into that fight right at the end.
It looked like there was a fight going down.
Oh, we'll find out if that rifle was saved over. Astralis really do need everything at this point. But if they took everything away, I mean, this is devastating for Astralis.
Look at that flash. Nothing Stare could do. Device goes to the repeat. Gets absolutely rocked.
Rock 'em, sock 'em.
So
they did save an M4, that's for sure. They saved an M4, so that's not too bad.
Yeah, there were going to be 2 though, so that kill and T-spawn definitely came through.
Yeah.
Half buy seems to be the call here.
Oh, rough.
A miracle required. TYLOO have looked much better here in the second half of Overpass.
Yeah, and it's Jamyoung who's got his actual supporting cast around him, and he's also leading the way. So he's got Mozia, who was non-existent, if you remember back on Inferno. He's at the top of the charts. Jam Young behind him by 1 kill difference. For Astralis, it's a story of disappointment by a number of individuals.
Gone for the boost. Desperate times call for desperate measures here. It's an old school. Little boost and connect. Look towards that short pipe. Very early stages here. That's all really Astralis are bringing to the table here. That one rifle, the boost. Hoping someone just walks into the crosshair. But very tentative. TYLOO at this stage. Not giving much away at all. Attacker tucked away in towards a deep connector position. If Yabi goes down with nothing, the round is over. Biding their time. Not giving anything away. Slowly but surely making their way in towards the B-bomb site. Does Yabi have the presence of mind to find Attacker here? I don't think he does.
Goes into the fight and
nice.
Attacker to go down. Yabi making quick work of him. He's going to swing into the open, and Mozia will charge right through his skull. So now Stown picks up the rifle. Is this where he starts to do a little bit of work? It'd be great if he was able to take Mercury down, and he will do so. A second opportunity. 5-7 in with the play. Down to just 2, but he goes into the fight, and they give it right back. They give it right into the hands of G. And Astralis might have just outplayed themselves. As Stown goes forward and unable to stop him. G with another bit of impact. A triple kill, and it might just devastate the opportunity here for Astralis. It is Device who picks up the M4. He'll give it a good go.
Got a kip.
He's got utility as well. But they're going to move away. They actually give him a shot at this. Device can deploy the smoke and the Molotov. So he's going to molly the right position of Monster. He's got a smoke, but he's not using it.
It's a real shame. I like the idea. If G was dissuaded by the Molotov and respected it, you're hoping he doesn't have a kip. Could have been a very different story there, but braves the flames.
Didn't use the smoke, though.
Yeah, the smoke on top of the bomb and the Molotov. Maybe he pulls it off.
A missed opportunity here for Astralis, and that was it.
Yeah, that man
really
advantage. They get their skill, and then they just continue to force the issue here. It was G. Great sequence from him, to be fair, but was it necessary from Astralis? I'm not so sure. Now needing 5 rounds in a row to keep the dream alive here on Overpass Train, looking very likely at this stage. They'll give it everything they've got. Still possible to find 5 in a row. There's no mistakes from here on out. Been a rough second half for Astralis. 1 round found after losing the pistol. And that's courtesy of the Device. 3K in towards the bathrooms. Come on, Stab. Can't get flashed off this time.
Gotta step up. Gotta step up right now. Oh my god, heads turn. Double kill for Stab. Make it 3. Mercury now spotted. Yep. He's ready for it, jumping around, and eventually taken down by Mercury, but this time Device will chime in. It'll be a hell of a comeback here for Astralis. They need every single round left, but at least it's 1 step in the right direction. Mozia, an Attacker, trying to unravel this, but really should be no world.
It's going to take even a couple of rounds to break the finances. That's if they even win this round.
That's what I'm saying. They're trying to pull it back. And once again, TYLOO in a position that they should not be in. Astralis let it go again. It's Attacker going into the bathrooms, Yabi shutting him up, but Mosea's had a great map here. He's 20 kills, 13 deaths, and what a way it would be to round it out with a 1v2 to drop Hooksy and Yabi to close out the map.
Mozia could definitely pull this one off. They have got it kipped on the back of Yabi. They'll smoke the bomb itself. A full defuse would win the round right now. Mozia coming in from CT.
Moves into the open. Spotted just about, but headshots in. Down to a 1v1. Up against Hooksy, trying to keep Astralis going here on Overpass. No, but this would be a ridiculous way to close it. And Mozia is just running him around, playing with his food. And now Hooksy onto the defuse. Mozia going for the knife, and Hooksy comes off it. It is done. The map is over. It is not the most stylish way to close, but it's certainly effective. As TYLOO will take a 13-7 win on Overpass. That has got to feel like a very disappointing result from Astralis on the second map of play here.
Oh, it's such a shame. And it was TYLOO that were looking so underwhelming in the first half. They won the pistol, but it couldn't really get going at all in the gun rounds. It was messy. But as soon as they get in that second half, Jam Young came to life. 2-1 for TYLOO.
What does Astralis have to do if they want to get over the Great Wall of China?
Well, Stown needs to actually play, and I like that for Sam. I think he's got to play better. I mean, he just wasn't there on Overpass like at any point. Like, there was maybe 2 rounds on the CT side where he did something, but Stown is such an important player for them, and that's always been the problem. He always goes missing in playoff games and important games. This is the opening game of a tournament, but a single elimination. We've got to see Snow deliver.
And it has to be said as well, they need to start winning some pistol rounds as well if they're going to stand a chance. Ladies and gentlemen, your third and final map between TYLOO and Astralis. We'll see who can step up. It's going to be a CT start. It was already in the knife for this third map, so presumably Astralis picked that up, and it's going to be a 5-man play in towards inner. You don't see this too often on the pistol rounds. We'll see if it works out as the first kills come through, and Yabby mowing them down. Can't get the third, but the damage is done.
Yeah, a couple of quick kills from Yabby. Is it enough for Astralis to flip this in their favor? Star's going to find a follow-up here. It's just G and Mercury. Make it only Mercury. As he is now going into the side. Bomb plant would be good. Yeah, bomb plant would be huge here. It's unlikely you're going to have a chance to win it.
Okay, we'll still take it. Still a chance to win it. Don't get me wrong here.
It's going to be tough. He's going to back away, get up the ramp. Device needs to drop him, but he won't. Mercury able to take him out. Remember, Hooksy is on very low HP. And that defuse is going to be a 10-second stick. It's being done right now by Hooksy. Nearly all the way there. He's just going to hold it. Oh, he's going to hold it. Hooksy gets it done. Mercury with all 3 kills, but the defuse secured for Astralis.
Oh, it's not clean. It's not comfortable, but they get the job done there. 1 second away from disaster, but Hooksy holds on to the defuse. Manages to get the round in the bag. It's kind of a hollow victory in the end of all 5 players going down, and you definitely are going to see a force buy in the second here from TYLOO after finding 5 kills and a player surviving as well. But they get the job done. We said they had to win some pistols here, and they've certainly done that. So Astralis 1-0, but there's the force buy, quite a strong one as well. You've got the Jam Young AK as well. Finally, they're giving him the heavy artillery. Molotovs exchanged. Pop door control being established. Yabby, about to say a freebie. He makes a bit of a meal of it, but he's got the backup to pick up the pieces, and they maintain the man advantage here. 4 versus 3. The AK's been removed. Nice grenade, doesn't quite connect. Yeah, you did mention it. Astralis, we have no data, no tape on them. Train performances. Still a fledgling roster with Hooksy in the ranks.
TYLOO's train experience was all at the Austin Major when they beat Complexity 13-8 and they beat M80 13-9. So the wins that they've had are against North American opposition, and then the loss that they've taken is against Heroic back at that very same tournament.
Heroic versus Spirit, the last game of the day on the B stream.
That's very true.
Should be a foregone conclusion.
Tanir going up against Zontix.
That's the headline, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
The last hurrah.
For both of those teams, that's the last time we're going to see those rosters at this event.
True. It'd be so
be funny if Heroic
poetic if Spirit just get 3 trophies in a row and it's like, well, time for a roster change.
You went to a very different place. I was like, it'd be so funny if Heroic won.
Okay, yeah, it would. Yeah. Disappointing, I suppose. I guess it'd be like, oh, if Tanir played well, at least we got him in our ranks going forward.
Yeah,
but
true.
It's looking good so far. Astralis with the man advantage. Device, though, peels off the angle at the worst possible time. Stan will call they're actually in the bomb site here. The bomb will be going down. That nice shot, though, Stan. That should secure the round.
Head up to the oil train. Attacker, half his health gone. They're going to run him down. Going to put pressure onto the young man, and he's going to go down to Hooksy. So we're now looking at 2-0 start here for Astralis. Bomb plant's good for TYLOO, though.
Yeah, they can at least bring out a half buy going forward with that. Won't be the full eco, but a good start here for Astralis. They needed this after a very disappointing overpass campaign. Their pick didn't really show up on the CT side whatsoever, and it wasn't like TYLOO looked unbelievably good on the map. It was just a lot of mistakes, sort of clumsy rounds from Astralis. Just flashed off key positions and overwhelmed. The Jam Young AK was out in full force. We knew it would be. It was just a matter of time before it was activated. But will the device orb sing here on train? You feel like it'll be coming out in this follow-up round. Tactical timeout early. Strange time to bring it out. Like I said, it's a half buy going forward. So the tactical timeout now begs the question, what do they got on their sleeve? It looks like it'll be a set piece. When I say set piece, it normally means you have an execution in mind from spawn. You've got a strategy where you're going to try and overwhelm a particular bomb site, normally towards B, where you'll be Molotov in the back bomb train, smoking towards connector, double flash in and try and get the C4 down early. You could go towards outside of the rush as well, but be very difficult to make that work with just the Tech 9s. See what they've got in store for us, Dinko. Bomb towards inner. No early utility deployed by the T side. Triple grenade towards main.
Yeah, it's a good thing Attacker didn't round that corner. I think he's going to be very happy with that decision to just plant his feet. But it doesn't mean Astralis can overwhelm T-Main, take that spot away from them.
So they've got Brown Hall's control. They're going towards Pop Dog though. Stare doesn't want to play for the fight, just wants to delay. Spots one. Biding his time, doesn't want to deploy the incendiary too early.
And some pretty good timing on it. It's going to force them back and reconsider their options. Thinking about if they go to the B-bomb side, they're actually given some space. If they were to toss a smoke down the ramp and sever off the vision of the connector player, would very likely end up in a bomb plant here for TYLOO, but they're not going towards B. They're going to try and get out in towards this A bomb side, stare the early warning system and the delay system as well. As he smokes out Pop Dog, it's going to be very limited time if they respect that smoke. So they don't. They just go right through it, and then they walk right into the guillotine. Stare slices open too, and he'll go back for more, but G finally put him in the ground. Castellan's got the other double and device on the shutdown. So 3-0 lead here for Astralis.
Well, after that tactical timeout, I expected a bit more out of that round from TYLOO. Nothing done. Well done from Stare to delay them as long as possible, force their hand as they run through the smoke. He gets himself a double. Dinks a third as well. Very quick and concise finish. TYLOO now. Bear in mind, with the new CT meta, this was already considered to be one of the most T-sided maps, or CT-sided maps we already had, so it's going to get even more of a buff. Not the start they were looking for. TYLOO don't have the luxury of the AWP, but at least Device doesn't have his yet either. Grenades towards Pop Dog to deny CT control, but Jam Young takes a face full of shrapnel, down to 40 points of health. Default setup here. One towards Ivy, couple with Pop Dog. Making sure there's no CT aggression at the start here. Stare once again playing to lock them out of the bomb site. It looks like an inside execution is up next, Inko. They're going to coordinate themselves towards Brown Halls, confirming there's no CT presence there. And it'll be one of those inside executes I spoke about before. In CS2, quite easy to do. You can do all the utility courtesy of one player. And it's normally from this spot up here where G is. And he's going to be tucking himself in this corner. A little bit of outside presence shown. He'll be Molotoving back bomb train and smoking connector, presumably. You can also Molotov towards connector. And they're going to be exiting. Yeah, it's the Molotov towards connector. And then I think they're just going to bust out of the upper halls.
They're going to flood through the smoke. Device going to be mollied amid a little bit uncomfortable. He's going to have to change up his position, but he happily does so because he'll take a kill on Attacker. 25 seconds, limited time, but look who's waiting. Yabby, so secret inside of the smoke, denies one, but not the bomb plant. Going to be a second kill for Yabby. That'll confirm the round victory. And all 5 players stay alive for Astralis. A completely different team here on the CT side of train.
Yeah, that's a lovely round. Yabby especially. Lying in wait. Using their lurk smoke against them, sat right in it, waited for his moment to strike. Couldn't have timed it better if he tried. Inside execution, leaves a lot left to be desired there. TYLOO only find one single kill. Device, while blind at range, does find the opener. Oh, he got himself an absolute sick kill with that one tap as well. Doesn't need the AWP yet. Adam, they've got the 5 AK-47 setup on the CT side.
That's pretty incredible.
Insta smoke towards main.
That's a great start here from Astralis. You get to build all your money, have 5 AKs, and go up against weak buys and TYLOO over and over again. T side of train can be a tough all time, especially when you don't win the pistol round. Gotta win it on gun rounds. We just haven't really seen that prowess from TYLOO just yet. Should be a 5-0 start here from Astralis. Just utility after utility, delaying and pop.
Yeah, Stare's
been a problem, yeah.
He's been very good at that, making things very uncomfortable.
It's all silent on the train yards, but it's about to get loud. Pop Dog, the position where Stair has to be aware of. Oh, blinded behind the E-box. Luckily for Stair, he's got plenty of supporting cast around him. Fuxi and Stout taking two between them. Eventually, Stair's head gets blasted off. But TYLOO, once again, don't even get close to a bomb plant. They really aren't getting close to bomb plants. This is insane.
Yeah, tactical timeout, I would say, at this stage. Maximum loss bonus and then some. No bomb planted. No kills found. Spiraling at this point. A team they normally handle convincingly. TYLOO now looking at the barrel of elimination. Need to get going here on the T-side of train. Never too late to come online. The device has the AWP now as well, so this is their final four.
Yeah, been waiting for that to come out. Once again, Stout confident to take team main control.
Yeah, nice deep smoke as well. Puts TYLOO on high alert. I think they're going to pop it open with the HE. And just confirm it's clear. And here we go. Mercury trying to lead the way here. Can he crack things open? Certainly not. Stair has been an absolute beast from the E-box. Mosier finally fighting back. And there's a 2 versus 1, but 5 points of health separates attacker from death. And they know exactly where he is. With 1 minute on the clock. And he's only got 7 bullets left in the Galil. Not going to happen for him. Device will close things down. And we continue to streak here. 6-0. It's getting a little bit flat out there for TYLOO. Need to step up. Need to find a way to start getting some bombs down, because if you're not even planting the bomb, it suggests there's something wrong with the game plan in general. They cannot. I think they just need to pick up the pace. Let's go to some outside rushes here. Let's start like taking some duels and see if we can force a clutch situation. Because this slow and steady approach is not doing anything for them. Tactical timeout again. Money's still there, but they're holding on by a thread. Can feel this one slipping away. TYLOO looked so good on overpass. The surprise package. Jamyoung coming to life, but they're not even in a position to win rounds right now. They're getting locked down before the round even gets going.
Especially it's a tough sign when that's a gun round as well from TYLOO, and it just same result.
And now they're in the horrible situation of where you know you need rounds and you're not getting bomb plants down, you're just force buying over and over with the Galils.
Yeah, and then that's when mistakes start happening because individuals feel like they need to step up and be the hero.
So a change of approach though. 4 players towards Ivy this time. Bear in mind, Train has been reworked recently. Ivy box is slightly changed, giving CTs a little bit more cover. But locked out again.
There's a good shot down here, Device and Fuxi. Couple of kills between them. Once again, TYLOO left with 3 players, a player deficit with 40 seconds left. They've still got to try and break through Ivy, and they also just have a player lying in wait in Jamyoung, who's 0-6 right now on the deciding map of this best of 3. Stout waiting. They walk out of Ivy right in towards him. He's kept it clean. Second kill locked in, and Jamyoung nowhere to be found.
Pretty underwhelming there. Just 1 by 1, no trade potential. And it's a 4-on-1. 15 seconds. Jamyoung at this point just wants to find a kill. Wants to start his train campaign, but not going to happen. Stair has been absolutely rocking them from that E-box / Pop Dog area. And it's another clean round. And no bomb planted again. You can't just keep force buying with Galils and a couple of AKs. They have to take a half by now. Well, this wasn't the third map I was promising the audience.
No, it really wasn't. And it's completely different to what I expected. I thought TYLOO were going to come out swinging here. It's going to be Astralis, disheveled from their overpass loss, but showing that they can pick themselves up, dust themselves off, and have come through with an incredible CT side here. I guess I've read too much into the North American CS wins.
Well, there's an early kill once again, and it's half in, half out again. You've got Attacker and Mercury pretty much fully invested, one of which is already gone. Tech-9's P250s. This is a bit of a mess. And they said they have one smoke and a flash remaining. How are you supposed to conquer one of these bomb sites, especially on such a technical map like Train, with less firepower and no utility? Stare has just been so good at that incendiary. Limiting their options time and time again. Device 9 and 1, AWP out. Currently watching towards upper. And that's exactly where they're heading. Yabi can turn around as well. Oh, the timing's pretty alarming.
Oh my
and actually,
God,
they thread the needle.
right.
The timing couldn't be worse there. The moment Device removes itself from the angle, that's when they strike.
All right, TYLOO. You can't lose this one. You can't let them retake this. Astralis have plenty of money, so you can understand why they want to go for it. But come on, TYLOO. First round on the board, if they can convert this. Hooksy coming. Oh my, what is that? All right, Jam Young just gets blasted away by Hooksy. Now Stairs up next. Mosea just in front of him. Tech9's going to come out on top of that fight despite taking a lot of damage. He's down to 3 HP. Time starting to tick on that bomb. Hooksy, he's got help. Sound's got the headshot. Now they need the defuse, and the kills are all coming in, but it's down to 1v1 and 1 bullet left in the Tech9. It falls to the AWP for the final job, and TYLOO do get their first round win.
All 5 players go down, but yes, they get their first round on the board there. I'm going to say there's a little bit fortunate for them because Device was watching that angle like a hawk, and there was no real reason for them to go out of that timing. They didn't drop a flashbang or anything. They just came out the second the Device removed himself from the angle and then sent Yabi down the river. And it was coming down to 1v1 as well. It looked like there was a real chance there, but not going to happen. And finally, a round is on the board. 7-1, but Galil's out once again. They're unable to recover the AWP or keep anyone alive. Money's still a real problem here. 4 players towards inner, though. This is the set piece I was talking about. I think they'll just go towards an inner play at this stage. The defaults aren't working. They're getting no map control, nowhere near the bomb plants. Finally a lifeline. Need a bit of a life raft right now. All 5 players here. Keep it simple. Got a double nade set up by the looks of things here. Oh, wow. Let's go.
For the Util in, Yabi burning from the top of Thomas, and he will be blasted away by Mercury. So really trying to barrel through this B bomb site or TYLOO, and they have got through to a plant yet again. So this time a 3v4 retake, and the retake's happening much faster. Look how fast the Astralis have arrived here. Isaiah's going to hear it. He's going to take 2 though, and that's it done. Oh, they may arrive faster,
Holy.
but they're sent packing so quick, and that's much better here from TYLOO.
Needed that desperately.
A little bit of attitude.
Yeah, I like that. The defaults aren't working. That was a really nice execution as well. 3 players dropping Molotovs and smokes at the same time. You could see Yabi burns to a crisp, has to find safe passage on top of the ladder. Gets anything but Mercury, deals with him, and then Mosea with a beautiful sequence here. Oh, that second kill. Really well played. Shuts them down. I think there's 1 more buy remaining in Astralis. Let's have a look. Yes, indeed. So this will be the last of the gold, though, as they'll take a tactical timeout now. If you can get 4 rounds on the board, maybe even 5, that's a great recovery. They were 7-0 down, but that was a statement performance in the previous. Tactical timeout comes to an end.
Yeah, it's not a completely unrecoverable half. I mean, if you win this round, money's not going to be fantastic for Astralis. You really open up the window of opportunity, and it's all about climbing through if you're TYLOO. Well, they've been doing this all half long. It's Down looking to put pressure into team main. He was doing it alone in the early rounds. He's got Stare with him this time. Oh my God, look at that. Mosea, what? Okay, that's exactly the kind of play that injects your team full of confidence and puts them in a 5v3. Stown now trying to hold them down. A dink onto the second player after the first initial kill. Mosea gone. Stare having to fight on multiple fronts, and he's doing a fantastic job here from E-Box. Surely that's it, though. Surely Stare gets nothing else, and eventually he is put in the ground. So it's Yabi with a 1v2 for Astralis. Arriving now from Hell. Needs a heavenly 1v2.
Oh, he's missed the first player. Is back at the bomb train. G should be dropped here, but he can't control the spray.
First bullet, not not great.
Oh, that's 3 in a row, and as you mentioned, that's going to be the money broken now. So this could be the 7-5 half, the reverse sweep.
Dude, that would be so incredible if TYLOO were able to do this. They would. I mean, we can't really overstate how one-sided this was.
Yeah.
Like, this was just nowhere near to
getting
bomb plants. Yeah. Just a brick wall of Astralis.
Okay. Oh, they force-bought again. So we've got MP9s, Famous, trying to... Oh, my God, the grenades are massive. Oh, my goodness. The airstrike towards Pork Dog does so much damage, takes down Stair. And he's been the one really delivering a strong performance towards that side of the map. He's completely locked out.
Not only that, but look at 10 HP here on Yabi, 44 HP on Device. Astralis, the walking wounded into this round. A round where they already have weaker weapons, where they're already sparse in utility on a number of members. A 4th round looks very likely now for TYLOO as they hit the pause button.
Yeah, we'll take a miracle now, considering the low HP.
And how many of them are gathered up at B too, right? If you go to the A, bomb side's done.
It'll be Hooksy to defend with a Famous. MP9, good for 1. Stown holds on to the round though, 3 versus 3.
Still doable, yeah. Hooksy can try and delay, but he gets a little bit too late for that utility to prove effective, and then gets blasted into the open because his hands were busy.
That's a great call. You saw that presence, that deep push from the CTs towards the lower ramp. Out towards A main, and that should be a Stown, nothing to do, nothing to say, gives up his position, and have to fall back.
Yeah, Stown just has to hold on to it. Oh, Astralis, this is complete collapse here. Last round of the half, TYLOO looking for 5. Well, a fantastic way back into this first half it is from TYLOO. Never seen a world in which this was happening based on how the game was going at the start. The CT side of Astralis looked impenetrable.
And now, the final round of the half coming up. They will save a Stown AK-47. Loss bonus of 4th stage. That's $2,900 per player. Maybe even need another tactical timeout here. It's do or die. Astralis was 7-0 up and now 4 rounds in a row against them. 7-5 would be a remarkable result considering the context of this first half. That grenade strike at the start, though, you can't ask for much more. Fair play to Astralis, they gave it their all. There were moments there looked like they could get back into the round with Hooksy going down with nothing. It did all fall apart at that moment. G can feel this game coming back to life. And it's another desperate buy. Final round of the first half here. Loser of this one is eliminated in the first round at EWC. Yabi takes matters into his own hands, aggressive towards Brown Halls.
Oh my god, okay. Yabi was really quiet here, and he's just got himself 2 really important kills on one of the weakest weapons in play for Astralis. 5v3 for Astralis to close, and then 8-4 scoreline.
Well, that's what they needed, desperately. An individual performance that seals the deal. 8-4, still a decent half from Astralis, but they would have wanted a lot more with the start they had. 5 versus 3. Can't see a world where they give this one up. Powerful smoke towards A main. Stair goes to back up the Ivy. No one home, though. All 3 players with TYLOO coordinate themselves for an outside play. Oh, another strong smoke. What are you supposed to do now? Stan gets himself towards Olof. Flashes come over. Do they brave the smokes? Do they push through? 25 seconds remaining, Dinko. This is going to be a very difficult round to recover.
There goes the utility. Stown out into the open, dropping back in behind the red train. And nice and clean here at the end for an 8-4 half. Astralis with a 7-0 lead to an 8-4 scoreline. They'll be happy enough with it, but disappointed that they didn't get more. Welcome back to the Esports World Cup 2025. You're currently watching the final map between Astralis and TYLOO. It's all single elimination here in Riyadh, which means you go home if you lose this half. And right now, it's hard to call because Astralis, sure, 8-4 up, but they've completely collapsed towards the end of that first half there, Henry. So maybe there's more life in TYLOO yet.
Mosier saving the day multiple times. Had a remarkable performance on Overpass after a difficult Inferno, and now leading the charge once again at 15-9. Attacker to open things up. Beautiful first shot, make it a double. Eviscerates the first two opponents in towards A main. And Hooksy, he wants a piece of the action as well. He's got the bomb. Does he suffer the same fate as his rival? We'll see, as we're now into a very complicated situation for Astralis. 3 players remain. They've got P250s on each and every player, Dinko. You don't see that too often.
You really don't. We'll see if that pans out for them. Perhaps expecting some long-range fights outside. But that smoke is going to force them into close quarters combat. Stalin going to be boosted up atop his teammate's head. That's information. 2 pinned in that corner. And now they know where Yabi is too. So Astralis is pissed around. It has not gone their way. And it looks very good here for TYLOO. Just don't mess it up from this point.
Well, well, well. Hooksy and Stown. Not impossible, I suppose, but certainly very unlikely they can do anything with this. At the top end, we're looking for a bomb plant. Stown getting one step closer to that one. They know where G is as well. They can isolate this Jules somehow and take him down. Maybe they're onto something.
No way!
Holy!
What? Stown is right back in it. Astralis all of a sudden in a 2v1. Mosier trying to make sure this nightmare does not become reality here for TYLOO.
They know where he is.
His piss around was right there. Right for the taking. But now it's all in the balance. 20 seconds indeed as Hooksy gets across. It's down, and now it's a low HP Hooksy on the other side of this E-box. Mosaic could save them, and that plant is coming in. Hooksy securing that at a bare minimum, but can he win it? No, he can't. Mosier with another headshot right at the end saves TYLOO, but that was so ridiculous from Stown to even get it into a competitive position.
Well, there it is. We said the top end would be the bomb plant, but it could have been absolute glory for Astralis there. Stown with some beautiful shots of that P250 at range. Pixel perfect precision. The bomb plant helps, though. Considering that round looked like it was an absolute done deal after these first 2 headshots, they somehow get the bomb plant, and it gives them a force buy in the second if they so wish. Oh, Stown. A little crispy with it. Nice work, though, to close things out. The Julies prevail, and we will see a very important second round of our second half here. The force buy, of course, it comes through. A couple of AK-47s. Hooksy sacrifices his round. Bear in mind, he does this a lot for this team. Doesn't get enough credit for it. No armor, just a deagle. Drops the AK. See if it's going to be enough.
Oh, it's Jammy's having a bit of a stinker right now as well. 3-12. You know, if he's able to turn it around. He's always been the most important player when it comes to getting these wins versus Astralis. Has been across the first 2 maps of play. So if he can get going on this CT side as well, you get better performance out of Jam Young, then TYLOO really are cooking with gas. Another big problem for TYLOO in that first half was the fact that they only had 3 opening kills throughout the entire half, Henry.
Oof, it's not a good stat line.
No. So obviously when he started getting a few openers, things turned around for them. We'll see who gets the opening pick in this round as we get under 1 minute left on the clock. 2 players for TYLOO defending the B bomb site. Jam Young up close, that player we just mentioned. He's going to try and combine with G.
Inside play, looking likely. Jam Young on top of blue. Completely blinded though, and it's the first kill for Stare. They've got full control of this B bomb site now. The retake will be agonizing. Desert Eagle at range, looking to find Mercury. Not going to happen. The one tap doesn't connect. Stown in a prime position to close this one out. He can find a couple of kills here. The job is done. 5 versus 4, and the retake has been initiated.
Oh, Stown not enjoying the health being nipped off the top. He's eventually taken out Mosaic, Attacker, all coming in together. And it's Yabi and Device now crumbling away. Yabi with the last ditch effort. Big Deagle headshot. Needs a second. Oh my God, Yabi. Oh my God, indeed. He's got himself a chance of this. Mercury down. That is stellar stuff from Yabi. Incredible play on the Deagle.
Well, that's just what the doctor ordered, is it not? Yabi and his Desert Eagle. He has been deadly throughout the series with it. This time he comes out on top and the round is stolen away. 3 versus 1. And that's an absolute gut punch to TYLOO. They had that one all tied up. The first kill, you think, fine, but there's no way he can get the second. The bomb's being defused. He's out of position. He's out of time, but he makes it work. And it's 9-5 for Astralis. Holy.
That is crazy. All right, maybe that's just what they needed. Astralis to kick off the second half thanks to Yabi. But for most of that first half was missing. Hooksy getting into the fire and the flames. It's Attacker to take two. Surely they don't give him a third. And Device makes sure that Tech9 does enter the kill feed.
Mollies himself up, unfortunately.
Charge is now on a pop. He's got the AK on his back. G just around that corner with a little 5-7. What can he do? Let's find out. Device, can he react? Nope. Nope. Answer to that is absolutely no. Great shot. And that's the 5-7 instantly melting. Device grabbing an AK-47. And TYLOO back into it now with under a minute left. Oops, down. Uh-oh.
No.
Gymnastics, not his strong suit, but shooting with a Galil certainly is.
Still anyone's round, but G brings him one step closer to glory. 96 looking very likely, but Stab brings it back to a 1 versus 1. Mosier into the 1 versus 1, and another beautiful Desert Eagle headshot from the Pop Dog this time. Back and forth we go. TYLOO keep their head above water.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Star has no idea where his opponent is. There's just been so much action going down over the last few seconds. You don't have any information to really logically put anything together. Walks into the open. Mosier's got the easy headshot. This is some fantastic work from Attacker. It makes it all possible for TYLOO. Obviously, G getting some real impact towards the end here.
Beautiful shot.
That's a really important recovery after that Yabi Deagle clutch.
Well, back and forth we go. It's the war of attrition once again.
It's an opening kill from Mosier. It's down, goes down. G waiting. Ugh. Oh, Yabi just walking to the open. Hoping for a miracle there. Attacker's just watching for him. Let's see if Device got a little bit of poison in his IVs. He goes in for the shot, and yeah, so that's no. As G quickly takes him down.
Okay, looks like we're done here.
War of attrition over?
Yeah, I think so. Officially, it's the white flag for Astralis. They'll have to give in, have to surrender, as it's a full eco coming up next. Very clean. TYLOO keep all 5 players alive there. Didn't have to break his sweats. And now this game is right back on from a 7-0 start. Astralis looked like it was completely going in their favor. A victory was confirmed, but now finding themselves looking down the barrel of a 9-8 scoreline. They're on the T side now as well. It's going to get harder and harder, especially with CS2 shifting into a CT meta. Glocks. And no in-game leader. Towards Ivy we go. Mosier setting himself up. Good flashbang. Better shot. Can he get more?
Oh, he's hoping so. Yeah, they come towards him. He's hungry for it. Out into the open. Knows where his targets are. Starting to run out of bullets, but makes it look easy. Finally, Device sends one big bullet of lead straight through his head. Well, the expected result is TYLOO's round victory. And this gap has shrunk. Once again, TYLOO back in contention to win this series and knock Astralis out of EWC.
Oh, this would be such a heartbreaking way to go. Very Astralis of them.
Yeah. Have such a strong lead in the first half. Watch that all die. I mean, they've won 2 rounds since their 7-round streak.
Yep.
One of them was a Yabi Deagle clutch.
1v3, yeah.
No. So, you know, it's not exactly being pretty here from Astralis after those 7 rounds. It was all looking so great for them. It's crazy how quickly they can all just disappear.
And when they were 7-0 up, the first round that came through where they had the perfect setup, everything was looking spot on. Device was holding towards upper with the AWP. He looked away for half a second. And that's when they
all spiraled.
Yep, and they haven't recovered since.
Well, now look at their round. They've got 1 AK and 4 Galils.
Oh, it's a rough one, Dinko.
And utility is really important for Astralis here.
This is one of those games that will haunt you if you give it up. Now it's wide open. They're on the T side, bear in mind as well. This would be, you might even favor TYLOO. Especially going into this round, you would.
Yeah, you can't even call this a rivalry at this point if TYLOO wins 3 series in a row.
Yep.
Including 2 BO3s and 1 BO5 grand final. Attacker, 1 and a second on the final bullet. He brings down Stound. We now look at a 2v3. Astralis, a player down. This round just got started and it might be over because Attacker's had enough. He started this series today just so quiet, nowhere to be seen, but on the deciding map, it is Attacker that is leading the way.
Oh, they are spiraling now. They're in the tumble dryer. Astralis can't get any footing here on the T-sided train. We tie things up at 9-9, and another half buy is in store. There's no bomb plant, so it's Tech-9s and Galils at the very most. Even though I'm not sure they even have that. No, I don't
Not happy stars right now.
No, certainly not. So it's Deagles. One player about Kevlar's device. He wants the orb going forward. Almost zero chance they win this.
Double figures for TYLOO. And how impressive would it be, Henry, that they win this deciding map from a comeback 7-0 down without Jamyoung? You know, that's the other side of things. Is without Jamyoung being their star player.
Yep, very good point.
It's been Mozia, 24 kills, 12 deaths. I mean, we were talking about on Inferno, the map that they lost. Mozia and Attacker were the two players who were having a really tough time. Now look at them.
Not much to be said here, I'm afraid. One smoke and a flash remaining. Hoping to find some magic with the Deagles. We know they're capable. We saw plenty of Deagle rounds go in their favor on Overpass. We saw Yabi manage to win that 3 versus 1. But they are locked out. Speaking of Yabi, he's found some space in towards the upper ramp. But such a difficult shot. Not going to hit it. Mercury will find him.
Oh, flash goes through. Mercury.
Hello.
Gets one. Jamyoung able to follow up on
Hooksy
it.
needs this.
And Hooksy does have it. Unfortunately, it is just the one here. So Stairs up next. And there would be 3 targets to bring down. Maybe we've got another 1v3 Deagle in Astralis yet. Stair jumping around, getting into the fights, getting close to the second, but just couldn't bring down the mighty Attacker.
Well, they've taken the lead now, Dinko. Double digits have been found. 10-9 after a 7-0 lead. Spiraling out of control. Astralis, we weren't sure what to expect. They've got no games on record on train with this roster.
No. I mean, this is an Astralis where the narrative started to shift on them, right? We see them bring in Hooksy, their first run in Astana as a grand final. They obviously don't attend the major, so we don't see them for a while. First event of the season, they make it to the grand final at Fisher. The only teams they lost to were TYLOO twice. They lost to them with a coach in the group stages. They lost them in the best-of-5 final. And right now, it looks like they're going to lose to them here at EWC. Chi and Mozia with 2 great openers. Astralis are getting destroyed.
Yeah, they're not even getting a look into these rounds anymore. This is what it was like for TYLOO in the first 7 rounds of play. Okay.
Well, a little bit of a whiff.
Yeah, a massive whiff. that could cost them the round.
That could. That might just be the opening back here for Astralis that they need to tie up this game.
But it's Hooksy and Yabi with 5 HP. So Hooksy has to do the heavy lifting here. We know his individual form has been much better than what we expected this season. But does he have this sort of round in him? I'm not so sure. 1 minute remaining. They have no further smokes.
Jamyoung. Oh,
that was the moment.
That was a tough fight for him. Now Yabi with 5 HP. Another 1v3 required of him. But this one just seems almost impossible. Mozia lights out once again. A bullet to the head and 11 rounds for TYLOO.
Do they have a tactical timeout remaining? Because they are just riding on fumes right now. They are maximum loss bonus, no plan once again, all 5 players going down. So you're averaging $3,500 per player. You can't just keep half buying over and over again. If they can tactical timeout here, work out what the play is, how they can make a bit of a dent here. It's Tech-9s. And it looks to be an inside play from what we can see so far. We saw this inside execution from TYLOO. It was very effective. If you can somehow thread the needle, overwhelm with the Molotovs, you might stand a chance. They have got 3 Molotovs here. They know the orb's towards inside. Good shot from Yabi.
Yeah, replies to Jamyoung's early work.
Trying to find that rifle. Yabi has it. Can't afford to let them go 12-9 after you were 7-0 up. Need to make this round work. It's winnable now with the M4 and a 4-on-4. HooXi will show some presence towards outside. Smoke down towards the camera. And the inside player will be coming momentarily. TYLOO biting down on that smoke. Here comes the execution. Huge kill.
Yeah, Mercury not going to miss this time.
That's the rifle.
Yeah, map point, series point. And for Astralis, elimination point looming around the corner here. And the Deagle looks up to the oil train. 3v2. Astound has picked up a rifle here to try and to defend that bomb. Looking towards the AWP, out towards connector. It's about stairs Deagle. We know he's good on it. We know he's sharp. And with Stound's one kill, maybe it's enough. But it's all on Stound now. Remember, he's got that molly. He can play that late into the round if he can delay. If he can run the clock down, Stound could use that piece of utility right into the Dying Embers. And there's a quick kill. Stound able to take it, but G to silence him. It is 12 for TYLOO. It is map and series point. And for Astralis, elimination on the line here in Riyadh.
You do just hate to see this. A flying start. They were in 5th gear from the get-go on train. 7-0 in their favor. Looked like they've been playing the map for years. But with 0 performances tracked in the last 3 months, you can see it start to unravel here. 3 in a row required on their T side. They've only posted a single round so far. AKs are out, all for device. It's a full buy. 3 rounds in a row. Not outside the realms of possibility, but very unlikely considering what we see. Device finds G. First advantage they've had in some time.
Barely a man advantage, but it's Yabby instead to take 2 right back. And Astralis now looking at 10. So some life in Astralis yet. Mercury going to try and rip it from them to take their soul on the A site, but just couldn't do it. Staring HooXi, prolonged play, and maybe a dream of overtime for Astralis. 2 rounds in a row required now.
Good God. They keep the dream alive. Will it be enough? Just a note as well, on the A stream, Vitality taking that first map against Liquid, but they are neck and neck once again. Vitality 12, Liquid 11.
Be so devastating for it to end 13-11 again for Liquid after knowing how much it means to them in terms of the standings.
VRS, yeah.
For the Esports World Cup Club Championship as well. There's just so much on that game, and to come so close would be a devastating loss. Same can be said here for Astralis now.
Okay. Stare still believes that's their best round yet in the second half.
They've got a good buy here. They've got everything they want going into round 23. Can they get 11? If they do, Henry, look at the money situation for TYLOO. It's not amazing. They're still going to have a couple of weaknesses going into the next round here. So a chance for Astralis perhaps to get overtime. And there's an aggressive play from attacker. He's been so confident, but it might have just cost him. We talk about TYLOO struggling in the first half of opening kills. We've seen how difficult it was for them to convert 4v5s. They've got to do it now if they want to close out this map and knock out Astralis in round 23. Not too far off there, HooXi. Double push through Pop has been slowed down by that Molotov. Might even cancel it entirely. They're trying to crunch the brown holes. They're trying to put pressure on them, and Jamyoung from silence to the top. It is a double that might just be enough. TYLOO 3v3, Astralis desperately trying to hold on.
Is this where it comes crashing down from Astralis? Jamyoung finds a footing in the round once again. Even keeled 3-on-3. He's down to 46 points of health, and G towards that pop dog. Mercury with the backstab towards T-Spawn. Smoke removes G from the round for now. Timing the smoke break. Doesn't quite get it. Lets him out.
Star protected by that thick red train, but it's all about the flank, and Mercury around the back gets the dink, and Device He's so low on health already. Stown is the player that must do the heavy lifting. With 93 HP, his rifle needs to deliver, and there's usually so much criticism around Stown and delivering in crucial crunch moments. Well, he's got a headshot right now.
Oh!
Device helps him out, but it's all down to this 1v1. G against Device, and the AK-47 is brought out, and G does it. G delivers, and G knocks out Astralis and Device on his ass. That is incredible.
What a finish. And as G holds his nerve, switches to the AK-47, the Orbs are duking it out, no scopes are being attempted, movement game deployed by Device, brings out his Tech-9 hoping he could close the gap. It doesn't happen, and from a 7-0 lead, Astralis unravel at the seams here, and it goes in favor of TYLOO. We say